And we're live on video now. Now I can say all I want to say. Okay, so first statement that Military Mike makes today.
I was just wondering.
Is Steph okay?
Well, I don't know.
She is Redneck Steph. Is she ever truly okay?
Well,
okay. Yeah, I hear you re-asking that question.
There.
I hear you changing the way that question's.
Yeah. Well, I was just, I don't.
Could you reuse that word in a better syllables?
Really? The origin of the word.
Don't use orgy around her. Her cousins get all excited.
Can you use the word in a sentence?
And potato salad. If you use orgy and potato salad in the same sentence,
well,
they get all excited.
I can't follow our message board anymore.
I don't.
Yeah.
My wife even asked me a question, and I went, I have no earthly idea. She goes, why? I said, because the message board has turned out to be Yahoo Messenger.
It's raining.
Yeah.
Okay. What's that got to do with the show?
Yeah. That's why now it's like, if you need me, pull yourself to the side and go to a separate message and ask me a question.
I think but
it was in Messenger, Scottie. I don't care what you typed in Messenger. I wouldn't take it serious if I read it anyways.
If I could read through all that.
I can't keep up with it.
Just for Fun Radio should be the Just for Fun, stuff that's pertinent to our family.
Well, now it's just for that Just for Fun thing. It's just the Just for Fun chat line. That's why we have the one that says stories and news.
Yes.
So we're sharing stories and news. And if you're not going to show up tomorrow, you use that one as well.
Gotcha.
That's the important information. That's the important information if you're wanting others to see it. If you need to tell me something,
I go directly.
To me.
I go to.
How about this?
I wait for a response.
Did you see my post this morning? I was having a conversation with my wife as well as some other people throughout the weekend, and I said,
had to do an Ace Ventura.
What happened to reach out and touch someone? I am so blown away, and not just on my end, but listening to other people's conversations. If you have something you need to talk to me about, you can send me a text message, say, hey, I'm going to give you a call in a little bit. We need to chat.
Yeah.
And then I'll type back, is everything okay? And you'll say yes or no. But don't try to carry on 3 paragraphs of writing on my text, because at this point, I've already forgot about what you were talking about, and I'll type back, call me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to misconstrue what you're saying. If you need to have a serious conversation with you need to call me on the telly. I'm disgusted with the way we've treated this technology. Chatting, acting stupid over text message is great, but there's some information, like if me and Mike had to plan an event, we can give each other ideas, like quick ideas that we're going to talk about later over text message. But we're not making any decisions through text message.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm not 14. You come to my house, check yes or no. Bring your koozies and your condoms. I don't know which ones we're going to use.
Oh.
It just blows my mind. We're grown. Pick up the damn phone and call somebody. And then I tell somebody, call me, and 2 weeks go by, they hadn't called. And I'm guilty. I'm busy. I got that. And you're busy. I got that. Mm-hmm. But some stuff have to be talked. Some stuff just has to be talked about.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost impossible to text all that stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you were saying about yesterday, and we didn't have camera on yet.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying that, one, I did a lot of talking, so my voice is a little burned out today. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, and you made that stupid ass observation.
Oh, my God. What did I do wrong now?
I didn't know I was going to have to talk.
Well, I didn't know I was doing that.
Hey, this is called a radio show, not a sign language show.
I got to learn something.
Sign number 1, sign number 2.
Now, if you're confused about sign number 2,
go back to number 1.
Back to sign
That's
number
right.
1.
I ain't never heard somebody say I didn't know I was going to do all that talking. Wait a minute, you're not Stephanie.
Well,
Stephanie's the only one I know that cannot talk on a microphone in front of people.
Yeah, but how do you never mind.
It's funny. She has the worst case of stage fright that I've ever known. Okay, we had her come out and pull a Vanna White the other day at the Bike Fest where she put a helmet on, but she didn't have to talk. So Stephanie can stand in front of people. She just can't stand in front of people with a microphone. She can go hide in the bus with a microphone. She just can't stand in front of people with a microphone and talk. It is amazing.
I don't mind. I love doing it. You know that. I've done.
It's like I can take a picture of beer and I can pour it down my throat, but I can't pour it in a cup. I can drink that beer, but I can't pour it in a cup. I can pour it down my throat. It doesn't work, and there's no common sense behind it. It's absolutely funny.
I mean, you and I can ad lib. That's what we do. You get out there, you do a great job. You have a really good, speaking voice, and everybody, you know the things to talk about and stuff like that, and things not to talk about. That's what we were talking about afterwards. But for me, I'm not saying that I need that, but I had no idea. I just thought I was going to be sitting there judging the contest. I didn't realize I was emceeing the contest.
What do you think you're gonna do?
Yeah. Well, I think we had fun. The kids, I had so many people thank us, by the way. I had probably 30 plus people. The one lady, number 12, the younger lady, the older lady with the poodle dress on.
Okay.
She must have told me 10 times, thank you. She goes, you know what? If it wasn't for this today, she goes, I'd probably just be sitting at home.
I mean, you did okay. You could have you could learn a few things about doing live, but you did great.
I did. You did okay. You did great.
I was taking a little bit of jab at you there for a second, but you did. It's just a difference of putting. I know you have.
Oh yeah, man! Come on now. That's
you have your comedy thing in the club.
G-rated, man.
But when you're. Do you remember ever watching the Bozo the Clown show out of Chicago?
Yeah.
That's how you have to be for live.
Yeah. Hello, kids. Yeah,
it's a different radio mic, and that's why when people get smart mouth with me about doing stuff, I go, you have to. It's acting.
Yes.
You have to fit your environment. Yeah. So Mike on stage is sitting next to me, and he's like, "Oh my God!" And he's not moving his lips. He's like, "Oh my God, Scottie, this is so hard." And I'm like, "Why is it so hard?" He's like, "'Cause I want to cuss so bad and I can't." And I'm going, "Listen here, Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, man.
You cannot cuss. These are kids." I'm like, you have to learn part of the acting. You have to learn that you have to be the clown in front of the kids. And when you're at the church, you got to be the church guy. When you're at the bike event, you can be Richard Pryor. When you're at Bike Fest, you have to be a little Richard Pryor with a little bit of PG-13. So you have to actually a lot of PG-13.
Yes. Yesterday was
Bike Fest would be more Mort from Orc, because you got to be funny as all get out, but you got to be clean. So you know what I'm saying? It's all acting.
Well, it's just tough because, like, say that big dude that came up with the really big dog. That dude.
When you left, man. You should have seen. I let you have it. I wish it would have been on video.
Great.
I called his number again, and he goes, "It's me." I said, "Yep," and it's safe for you to come up now. I told Mike to come up here, not try to land any dates. He sees the handsomest guy here, and he tries to score.
Can we not make gay jokes when I'm working? You're always slamming me with that.
It was freaking hilarious. People were loving it.
I'm a freaking big guy.
People were loving it.
If
you would have been there, I would have loved it, because he would have said something silly, and I'd have went, "Look, Mike doesn't mind, you or your mother. Which one of you is single?" Yeah. I mean, it would have been funny.
This dude, and then he had the military haircut. Yeah, and I thought for sure he was going to tell me he's in the Army.
He's probably a cop and just didn't say.
Here's the joke, okay?
He had the demeanor, you know what I mean?
Here's the joke that I've used a million times on stage. Is like, why you got your hair cut like that? And everybody starts laughing. I'll go, "Are you a cop? No. Are you in the military? No."
So you're not?
No. So this is what I always say. Okay, I always go, look, there's only two types of people that have haircuts like that: military and assholes. Which one are you? You see what I'm saying?
Right, but you couldn't say that.
I had to stop cold right in the middle of my joke.
Yeah, well, you got to learn. You got to learn. Go home and watch some old reruns of the Bozo Show.
Holy smokes! The kids had so much fun, and when we couldn't get a dog to bark. Isn't that something?
Well, and then the guy that you remember when we looked at the pit bull stuff last week, and he's a dog trainer. Yeah. He at the end, I went to talk to him. He said, "Well, I was going to bring my dog out, but I didn't want people to be mad because I'm a dog trainer." I went, "Hello."
They were everywhere.
I said, "Complete opposite. You should have brought your dog out. You should have made your dog bark on command, and we would have plugged your business." He goes, oh crap, I didn't think about that. I was like, duh. I said, you got to learn. I said, I'm guilty of this because my wife yells at me every day for this at a live event. She says, you don't plug your business enough. I said, so being modest doesn't plug your business enough. You notice yesterday I put in all my commercials. Well, not all my commercials.
Remember when we were talking before the show? I was like, we're playing just for fun. You go, yeah, we're going to play just for fun music. And then,
yeah, but then I turned over to the computer, but I at least still kept putting in the Pampered Puppies commercials and our ID spots.
I heard American Family. Yeah. I heard everybody's. So that's cool. That's what we should do, especially in that parameter.
Yeah.
How about that? The other thing that I thought was pretty amazing was the judge on, I was facing the crowd. So the judge on my left, very, very attractive woman. She's a dog trainer.
Yes.
Yeah. So I couldn't read. I didn't have my glasses, so I couldn't read what was on the dog.
You need to start carrying your glasses.
I know. Well, like I said, I didn't realize.
Are yours prescription, or are they just like a +1 or +1?
1.25.
Yeah. Because you can buy which I would recommend.
Yeah.
Go buy some. I have some upstairs. They look like Ray-Ban sunglasses with a bifocal in the bottom.
That's a damn good idea.
And then when you're at these events, you've got some shaded lenses on, and you can still hold your hand up and read when you need to.
It was easy to look at the crowd, but when I turned around to look at you, I couldn't even see.
Right.
I saw it.
Well, because it was so bright too.
Yeah, I could tell it was you because there's this huge fat guy on the stage.
Yeah. I just got told, you're not a business, you're a contractor, remember? Yes.
Whatever. Oh,
it's that fine line.
Yeah, it's a fine
line. Again, you need to go and start watching some old Red Skelton type stuff to get your comedy.
Yeah, I've been watching.
The reason I'm going there is, but you need to learn the fast pace ad lib funny. Instead of just stand up. So, because that way, what I'm saying is a stand up, you're by yourself. If you're watching the Red Skelton type stuff, you're seeing interaction and old Dick Van Dykes and stuff like that. They're seeing interaction with humans. The reason I was going there, I had a young lady towards the end walk up and say, I love it. She says, I love watching your videos. And she says, you do your serious ones. She says, you do your ones where you're standing up, bitching about the county. She's like, and I'm glad you do those because you protect our county. She says, but let me tell you, I lose it when Mike are in together. And I said, yeah, those are the spur of the moment, blah, 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 blah.
I hope everybody knows we do argue. Don't get me wrong, but we don't argue like this all the time. I mean,
what all the time? Like this? Like that?
No, I think we're, it's your radio station, obviously, but I think I'm good for it because I try to point some stuff out.
You're like a paperweight. It's needed.
Yeah. You need it, not necessarily. And if the wind comes, you'll realize why you got me.
The problem is you cut most of the wind.
So, I mean, I know I don't do much on the physical aspect of it. I got to tell you, Scotty, just standing on that concrete,
just running your mouth yesterday seemed to be a bit much.
Yeah. Well, it was. I apologize, but man, I'm old and I'm broken, and damn if my throat didn't hurt. And then, of course, I had to get my son home. But I'm not going to lie to you, man, standing on that concrete, just for
Missy said we balance each other. Wait a minute.
He
needs crutches or a wheelchair. What are you talking about? Hey, you need to go buy yourself a chair.
I need to buy you a chair too, and Buddha.
Oh, actually, it's this many.
Why? I haven't brought it.
All my chairs are broke now. Those two black ones both folded yesterday. When I didn't want to have that conversation on air, by the way. So yeah, you need to get you a good chair. So we can. I suggest.
I'm losing weight.
I suggest one made out of 2x4s,
or freaking tungsten or something.
I told one of them, can I have that pink one? I'll just drill some holes in the bottom of it to put some wheels on it. We can just push you around.
Damn, man, I can't be the only fat dude breaking chairs around here.
You know what it is? It's because you're not paying attention to what you're doing. Like yesterday, instead of just standing up to get out of the chair, you were like pushing your butt to the right and leaning to the left to pick up something. Those chairs are like, they don't do lefts and rights. They do up and down.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no dog in this fight. I owe y'all some chairs. I can't believe I broke Buddha's
My
chair.
wife and Philip Snow, because I got it back up on the stage, and I said, "Get out of mine and get in that one."
Yeah.
Well, mine, I jumped back up on stage one time to sit down, and my wife and Philip watched me as it started falling, going until it hit the ground.
You put on a couple LBS.
And that chair's never broke. I know how to sit.
You have ever been in your life.
Who was in my chair after I'd already said, "Get out of my chair"?
Philip Snow.
You.
This is the most you've ever weighed in your whole life.
I'm 250.
This is the most you've ever weighed in your whole life.
Yeah, 243, 245.
I tell you what's going to happen, Scotty. As I was trying to come up with a joke. Your knees and your feet, man.
Oh yeah, they already have problems.
God almighty, my knees, man. I was in tears last night over my left knee. I've never been to where I can't walk. I mean, I can struggle through it, but man,
we didn't need a stage, but they left it for us to use, so we went ahead, and it turned out to be good. It turned out to be really good.
And then, of course, you and your micromanaging BS always constantly freaking tweaking this.
I'm working.
Then you got to put the speakers up on the stand.
Oh, and it made a huge difference.
Pulling all the cords.
Made a huge difference.
Oh my God.
And if somebody wouldn't have my stays taken so long, I could have had time to get set up properly.
They did kind of block
Jim. I don't want to call nobody out. Jim.
Yeah,
I love it. He's like, my wife's got to pull up right there. It won't take 5 minutes. Yeah. 15, 20 minutes later, she's like, oh, I got to move my car, but I got to bring another one in. It only take 5 minutes. Another 10 minutes later, I'm just like, oh my God. I got there early to be able to be set up on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little frustrating.
I got you. But I got to tell you, man, just a great, you know what? Didn't see any unhappy faces.
No, it was good.
I got it. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to have to torque that chain. That's what I do during the national anthem.
I got Jacob going, damn it, Jim.
Damn it, Jacob. Carl. I got to say, during the national anthem, there was a couple kids and an adult sitting down to our right when we were standing up, and I got a little irritated.
I know. I almost made the crack about everybody better stand up.
I know, and I kind of was thinking that
because I was to the point where I was going to say, if you don't stand up, I will just turn the microphones off. But it was Tara's event and not my event,
right? And if
it'd been another one of our events, I'd have been like,
I would have.
If you don't stand, this all gets packed up and put back on the bus.
I would have had more respect for somebody that sat down or took a knee and looked me in the eyes with some confidence,
right?
But they were hiding their faces.
Yeah.
And the kids looked scared to death.
I would have, it's a good thing I didn't see it because I'd have went, hey, coward, do you think you could look up to that flag?
Well, usually you and I are constantly looking for threat or accidents. And just like you had to move the table because you don't want anybody to fall. That's what we do.
Oh, I was aggravated about that.
I know. And that was a horrible place to put
I was aggravated. Why would you have and I'm not complaining about Tara because Tara was already running around with her head cut off like a chicken.
Yeah.
But the people the difference is this. The difference is this. I do this every weekend. And I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these events. I can predict somebody tripping over a cord because I've seen it.
Yeah.
I can predict somebody coming through a corner, and then you had the stage and you had this column that had a concrete base that was as high as the stage, and you had 3 or 4 people trying to pass each other in it at all times to get behind one table to pay for tickets at another table. And I'm like, one, my cord's there. I don't need anybody tripping. 2, it just, it's just next year, and I'm not complaining, but you have to see it. You have to see the flaws and be a perfectionist and get it better next year. And I guess because I am that person is why I say, okay, that needs to be fixed. I mean, because I could already see where 3 or 4 people were getting hung up trying to pass each other, and I'm going, no. This ain't good.
I would say, and this is just my recommendation. I've done a couple of these, but it was different as far as it wasn't with puppies. But I drew a diagram, and I said, okay, you go here, you go here, you go here. like that.
Yeah.
And that might have helped because.
Well, there was a diagram. That's what's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We had already had this all drawn out. And that's why I was saying some of the people that had, put it this way, there was 3 pop-up tents side by side under the pavilion.
I know.
And there was never discussions of people putting tents up under the pavilion because the tables would have been closer together. 3 of the 6-foot tables is 18 feet.
Yeah.
3 10-foot pop-ups with a walk-through between each pop-up is more than 30 feet because you got walking room between them.
Right.
So it's like you went from 18 feet to 30 feet. So the walkway that was supposed to have led people from the center of the pavilion into the grassy area was now obstructed.
Well, yeah,
it'll be
a lot of people
next year. It'll be better.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: it went from like 12 vendors last year to 37 this year.
Yeah, they were everywhere.
Huge difference. Tara was just like done so much legwork that she's been on it. I mean, dude, she wore herself out.
Kind of went, up into the grass, and then there was a few down by the old koi ponds and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah,
because you get to walk around and look at them.
Right.
Some friends of mine were there with.
You have friends?
Some people I know were there.
Oh, I figured that had to be something like that. Yeah,
that was pretty dang smart.
You like that?
I do. So that was pretty cool. I like one of my friends. I posted a lot of stuff on Facebook, about being there and having fun. And I wanted some folks, some of my friends from Marietta and all, because I know they got some beautiful dogs. I just love being around dogs.
I tell you what I want.
I like dogs.
Here's what I want.
My dog likes you, by the way, now.
You know why? Lay's potato chips.
Yeah, man. Works like a charm.
Can't just have but one. So, because we do all these events all the time, I need something to where it forces people to stand in front of the bus to take selfies.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool.
We need to create something to make a selfie station on the bus. So they can stand there and pop off selfies and have just for fun there. And I don't know. We'll come up with something.
And for $25, they can get a picture with me.
Well, what I want to do is,
you're not going to say anything. I figured that'd give you enough jokes.
That was retarded.
Yeah. I figured that'd give you enough jokes for the rest of the day.
Worse than pulling a Charlie Sheen when you're broke. I would like to get probably, I don't know, a piece of plastic or something. I don't know what material to use. And what I want is to then go to Copy Central and have them do a wrap material of the white that would be a Polaroid. So people can hold it, or I put it on a stand and people stand behind it and take a picture so it looks like a Polaroid.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
So a little like backdrop.
And on the bottom of where you would write on like a marker, you would write on the Polaroid, you'd write like birthday 19 or something like that. It would say just for fun. I don't know. It's just a cool idea.
All right. You know what would really be cool too? I'm checking right now is full size cardboard stand-ups of me. That would be awesome, dude. Hold on.
That would be like 4 refrigerator box duct taped together.
Hey, that wasn't very nice at all.
Oh yeah. Well, look. What was your highlights of yesterday?
Well, I got to tell you, Alex, our friend from whatever the name of his show is,
Polywana Cracker,
Polywana Tech, their dog.
How do you use a their dog?
Well, because
you know what's funny? It's supposed to be hers, and the dog's like Daddy Alex.
Yeah, but
I mean that dog just like that's my daddy.
Yeah, because for one,
this is just a girl that feeds me and takes me out to poop.
Yeah,
just for fun.
That dog would pull her around.
You're going out to poop.
Oh, God.
You're coming in broken and stupid. Thanks. I needed that, Mike.
That's about what I heard when you picked up.
Okay, Gruber.
Oh, boy.
It's almost Turkey Day. What do you got?
Not much.
Yeah.
Enjoyed your video on the pink. She likes it as the pink puppy parade, not pink pooch parade. She thinks it sounds better. I disagree.
I do too. What the hell are we talking about?
I'm lost too.
Hello, caller.
I just got from Joe Leeper. They have a full size cardboard mic at the range. You could put rounds through it without getting in trouble.
That is not funny.
Hey, Mike.
Hey,
that's right. Scott will be 2 side by sides.
I don't know. Maybe
Jeff's
maybe
just
I'm
not in it today.
Yeah, maybe I'm not on the same. Jeez. What the hell happened there? What just happened? I swear to God, I feel dumber.
Hey, homie, you can't do Robitussin first thing in the morning.
I swear I feel dumber just being here.
We love you, Jeff, but what the hell?
I don't. I don't want to mislead you. I do not love you.
I'm lost. Like I don't have a clue what happened.
I don't know. Stop answering that phone, Scott. How about one of them big ginormous heads? I'm gonna get one of those.
Yeah. That looks like the baby head.
No, the big ginormous head they always have at the basketball games, which I don't watch.
Oh no, I was talking about. Have you seen on Facebook now where everybody's putting on, it looks like a photo picture of a baby crying, but it's the baby's head is as wide as the adult's shoulders.
Oh, great.
And they're standing in Walmarts and all this kind of stuff.
That's kind of
we need one of those mics.
I would like to comment on Philip Snow and Abby Morris's use of Snapchat and all the little graphics and stupid filters.
You know, there's actually been some improvements on their looks using Snapchat.
I would like to say this though, and this is official from Military Mike and the world according to Military Mike. Enough. Jesus.
Well, you know, it's just like when a kid gets a new toy, they play with it until they either break it or they're over obsessed with it and then tired.
Can you know how the feed on Facebook is just like constantly going. I have 5,000 on there, you know, for networking purposes.
Yeah, that's why.
So the feed is constantly going. It's like an animated film of Philip Snow and Abby Morris. Puppy pictures, clown pictures, stupid ears, stupid nose.
Yeah, but something else will be next week.
Lips.
It's just it's the weekly obsessions.
Stop.
Next week there'll be another one.
Please stop. You are adults. Stop it.
You call them two adults?
I know. Have you seen me do any Snapchat?
He did something yesterday. It was just funny, and I looked up and said, "And they allow you to carry a gun."
Shut up.
They allow you to carry a gun.
What did I do? I didn't do nothing yesterday.
We were talking about meds. Philip.
Oh, yeah.
And I said,
yeah,
I wasn't talking about you, Mike.
Guilty much?
Guilty much. Exactly. You were so used to doing stuff wrong and then get yelled at for it. You're like, I didn't do it. Mike, I wasn't even talking about you. I was talking about Philip. Now that was funny.
I do. Well, you know what? I'm sitting there thinking, because, you know, the G-rated stuff, right. I do have to be careful. And I'm sitting there when you said that, I'm going, okay, what did I say? What did I do?
How about my buddy Tubby? They had been at the drags the day before, and he must have been exhausted because, like, they showed up and didn't have their kids. So I made the joke about, where's your child? Like, did y'all leave her at home? You know, I'm making a joke. No, we got to go get her in a little bit. Well, it's because they've been at the drags all day the day before. And so they come back. So then I see Nikki and Shelby, which is their child, Shelby. So they're walking around, and I'm like, where's Tubby? There's always somewhere. And like one time I look over and he's sitting on the wall and he's just kind of like zonked out. I thought homie was like asleep. I'm thinking you've been at the drags the whole day, the day before. Yeah. I should have just said, go crawl up in the bus, man. Go, the door's open, go lay down on the futon. Because it was just so funny looking at, and I'm not saying him in general, but looking at all my friends. Everybody was kind of over there sitting on the wall one time. And you could just see, like, Philip was getting a foot massage. And you know what drives me nuts? I'm working. Philip's enjoying being able to goof off. Philip's getting a foot massage. Oh, you need to do this. I'm working. I can't do that. I'm going to go sit up. Can you come sit at the stage, young lady? Let me just hang my feet over the stage and massage my feet. Now, that would have been funny.
I kind of thought that's why I was there. Now, see, you're DJing and the DJing.
Wait, you thought you were there for what?
So you could kind of run it because you do run around like a man.
I have to.
I get scared leaving all that equipment up there.
No.
I get nervous.
With it being on the stage, that didn't bother me so much. Now, if we'd have just been on the ground, where anybody could walk up, yes.
dude, there was that one creeper.
Like sometimes when we're at the bus doing events, that's where I don't leave. I won't leave. Like when we did the car show that day at the collision center, I won't leave my gear unattended.
Well, I mean,
but the stage changed it because nobody was going to get up there.
I don't know, man. You're a very trusting person.
No, I'm far from trusting. I've just done so many of these. I kind of know. If you're on plain flat ground where they can walk up, stroll by, pick up a cell phone, pick up a microphone, they will. Being on that stage changed it because nobody was going to get up there. Everybody would have saw. I mean, if somebody would have stood up on that stage, everybody would have turned around and been able to see who was standing there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if they just steal your stuff and disappear, who cares?
No, because the second he stood up there, everybody would have looked. I mean, that's the difference of stage and non-stage.
Right. Well, okay, so
that's the only difference. But on flat ground, never.
Can I ask this as the unofficial, just for fun radio office manager or operations manager?
Sir,
let's always keep somebody with the equipment, just so militarymike feels better.
Okay,
and it'll be me or my kid. Okay,
yeah,
I'll do that. Scottie, man, I know you're a trusting person, but man, let me tell you something. I had, you ever seen one of those silver briefcases, those badass?
Yeah.
You know, I had one of those that I carried all my radios and my ear mic stuff in for working security.
Yes.
Now, I think probably the briefcase cost as much as all the radios and stuff. So it wasn't millions of dollars or anything. I brought it to the club one night. Now, okay,
first off, you're at a strip club.
I know, but listen.
Shady.
Okay, but listen to me. I gave all my guys, we had some special VIPs coming in, so I brought my equipment in. So all my guys are wearing all the mics. The briefcase is empty.
But it's still $100 briefcase.
Yeah. So right there at stage 3 is where I sat. That was kind of my unofficial office. It was a little half table they put in there as a joke. And I kept my stuff under it and like my cigarette pack and stuff on top of it. All right. So I get up, I come back. Dude, I wasn't gone 5 minutes. And somebody stole that briefcase. How do you walk out of a club?
And I'm agreeing with you. They walk right up to the table. But that's where I'm saying that I've learned, like when the bus is sitting up and the awning's pulled out, I don't take that kind of chance.
Yeah.
That stage is the only thing that changed it.
Well,
I know better.
I just, like I said, man, just to make me feel better. Okay. Let's, And I know that you love to say no show Mike and blah, blah, blah. Talk about no show. Where's no show Casey?
Oh, he said he'll be here today.
Oh, okay.
Because he didn't know. Casey is a nice guy.
What?
Casey doesn't understand the chat line is ridiculously stupid. So
you try to follow it.
Well, he tries to. Okay. And once I saw that he said he would come in, I didn't look again at that chat line until this morning when Jacob started talking. I ignore it because it's so friggin' stupid. I can't transfer. If I'm asking questions, that's because it's information I need, not it's raining, how's the dogs, what song's playing on the radio, is Steph's door broke, how did it break, why did it break, what day did it break? I don't need all that. I just needed to simply find out what's going on.
Hey, look at this video and tell me what that is.
Yeah, I ain't got time for all that. I had an event to go do yesterday. So I back out of it. Well, the problem is Casey hasn't learned that. He hasn't learned how that chat line works. So he'll see the jibber jabber back and forth. Here's my point. I can't make it today because my van door broke. I said, okay. So then if you can't make it today, I need to prepare for you not making it tomorrow. So I need to get Casey.
Yes.
No, I'll be able to make it tomorrow. I can't count on you to make it tomorrow. Right. If you can't make it today because your van door is broke, I can't assume your door is going to be fixed today. I have to be prepared for your door may not be fixed today.
Right.
So I can get Casey in tomorrow. So then once Casey chimes in, yeah, I can do it. Boom, I'm done.
Yeah, let it go.
I am out of the equation. All that other stupid nonsense that happens after I pull out of this conversation has nothing to do with me. I already got you can't be here tomorrow. I need to be prepared for somebody else being here. He said he can come. Boom, done. I leave the house. I go do my event. I have no idea what else was said the rest of the day. The moon jumped over the cow.
The dog jumped over the moon.
The spoon poured some cough syrup down Jeff Mathias' throat. I have no idea what happened. All right, well, let's go to a commercial because I am holding this little Debbie's chocolate bar in my hand, and I'm ready to eat it. We'll be right back, everybody. It's the 8 o'clock hour. We have to take a break anyways. We'll be right back. See ya. Turn the big mic on.
Hey, can you pick me up from Turn and Burn tomorrow?
What?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And bring me home?
Yeah.
And it's the right thing to do. Give me a call and let's talk today. American Family Insurance. American Family Mutual Insurance Company and its affiliates. 6,000 American Park.
They're so nice. They're just like, Mike, whenever, just bring it by, dude. I'm like, well, I got dealer's tag. And I'm like, so we're still live.
Big
on
Mike,
YouTube,
yeah.
right? I wanted to ask you a question about
Big Mike's on.
I'll do it later. Bum, bum.
Look at that ugly ass dog.
Hey, that's my baby.
She couldn't hear me call her ugly.
Holy smokes, man. When you walked off yesterday, she went, I looked at her, I went, you got to be kidding me. You have got to be freaking kidding me. She's looking at me like, what? I'm like, damn, man. Freaking dog tried to bite you over here one night, and then freaking a couple Lay's potato chips, and she's whimpering when you leave. Man, I tell you what, I made.
She was raising hell when I went on the bus one time.
Well, that's because Dino. She does that with me too. She protects Dina. I met somebody this weekend, a veteran, and she's actually working on her PhD in neuroscience so that she can educate veterans. But she's also in aviation. But now remember, she's military. Okay, so
Cool.
isn't she beautiful? But she is. Man, I have so much respect for people working towards their PhD. I really do. But she's hopefully I'm gonna get her to call in.
I got respect for people that work with a PhD, some posthole diggers.
And Pizza Hut delivers. She is a highly intelligent woman. Very lucky to know. Thank you goes up when you're dancing in the rain. Oh, got the show tonight. I need to come. I made she broke her leg.
Okay, Jack called his off tomorrow. So if you want to take tonight off, feel free, because this is anniversary week. So I may not be here.
Okay.
I may not be here Thursday, Friday. So see, Wednesday, I may need you, Steph, and Casey to do Wednesday.
Okay.
And then I may have to take off Thursday, Friday if we go out of town.
Hold on. We won't do a show tonight. I'm going to cancel it right now.
But then you can just let everybody know that this week is the DJ's anniversary week.
Yeah.
So we're trying to give them a little bit of relaxation. I saw that. No. How about the picture from this angle?
And it's freaking
and it's over here.
It
looked like that.
I wish I didn't. I just didn't do that. Pig. Yeah, that's no problem.
I just figured since her ankle's messed up.
Yeah, I don't want her getting out of the house. She's like, I'm sure she would be like, oh, I'm on my way, but it's like, no, just give it a rest.
At least put it off to next weekend.
Well, yeah, because they got the debate this week, so we'll have something to talk about next week. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Tell Mike I'm on the way, Casey.
Who cares?
All right, ready to go back? I forgot the big mic was on, and I was leaving La Vida Loca playing, which a flag on YouTube. I forgot.
La Vida Loco.
All right, we're back, everybody. Casey said, "Tell Mike I'm on the way."
Yeah, whatever.
So listen, I wanted to have a very, very uncomfortable conversation with you.
Oh man. You just showed me your underwear too.
Here's a question. I need all listeners to chime in, text in, call in. And for people that are new to the show, I need you to understand, a lot of times people can't call in. They're driving down the expressway. And if they're listening from their phone app, they can't very well call in. So a lot of the times I had somebody get smart with me who's no longer a sponsor because she couldn't keep her mouth shut, by the way, complain about people didn't call in that much. Well, one, some of our conversations, a lot of people don't want their voices heard in these conversations.
Yeah.
Number two, if they're driving down the expressway, you're not supposed to be on your phone on the expressway.
Yeah.
So,
well, no, there's
and people working in cubicles, they're like, dude, we're at work. We can listen with earbuds, but we can't really talk on the phone. So
I know a ton of people that would love to call.
That's right. We're doing a business, and our clientele can't do but just so much.
Yeah. Plus,
so you ready for this uncomfortable conversation?
Sure, why not?
Wedgies. To pick or not to pick?
Oh, you gotta. But when
how do you feel? How do you feel about picking wedgies? So, like, I'm getting off the motorcycle. We get a thing that we call swamp ass. Yeah. It's where you've been sitting on either the leather / vinyl seat, and people can say what they want while you're riding. The air's moving across your arms and your chest. It's blowing the sweat off of you. But what's trapped between your buttocks and that seat and the hot engine blowing heat up on your crotch and leg area, you're going to get a little sweaty. So when you get off the bike, your underwear is stuck to your butt. I'm not talking about just your crack. I'm not talking about up in your butt like a wedgie, but I'm talking about it's stuck to your butt. And people don't realize that men especially, we're riding with really thick elastic around the underwear. And you're sitting on this seat, pardon me as I burped. You're sitting on this elastic, man. That stuff hurts your skin. So you get off and you have to pull the elastic off your skin. And I'm the kind of guy, if I'm in church, I'm not going to try to pick my wedgie in front of you. If I'm in a Walmart, when I get off that motorcycle, I don't care who's watching me. I'm picking that.
May I comment on that?
Yeah, let's talk.
Okay. For one,
wedgies, to pick or not to pick.
Why do people act so much different when they're in church? I mean, God knows what you're doing.
I know.
God knows what you're doing right now.
Yeah, but most of the people in church are judging you. They're not supposed to, but they do.
Then you're at the wrong church, right?
That's right. I'm with you.
Hey, because, man, let me tell you something.
But Walmart, think about it, man. Everybody's laughing at people in Walmart.
Man, I go to Walmart.
Jacob, you're a goober. He says, damn them assless chaps. You're feeding into Mike. Don't feed the bear. Read the sign. Read the sign at the park that says, don't feed the wild animals.
You're going to be Exhibit A if you don't watch it, Jacob.
So let's hear it. So okay, and men, how about adjust your junk? How do you adjust your junk? You don't stand in public and adjust your junk.
Yeah, I do.
I have lately because I've had situations.
Dude, and you know what? I'm going to say
the best thing about keeping chapstick in your left pocket, you can adjust your junk and they think you're just going for your chapstick. But you got to pull your chapstick out and then put it on your lips so it looks like that's really what you did. Go ahead.
Just don't grab the wrong thing. I'm going to make you mad.
Hurry.
Scotty, do you realize that riding a motorcycle in your current condition couldn't cause irreparable damage to your
Sir, I did 280 miles in 2 days.
Why?
And paid for it yesterday morning.
Do you know that there's like no corrective stuff to be done?
I've actually taken my seat off, believe it or not. I've taken my seat off and I actually cut some of the foam out of the way. Dude. For my testes.
I know you're probably not looking for, any more little ones, but it can also stop the ability to, and how about that? That was some good.
What are we whistling to? Mary Poppins or Sound of Music or
you won't be able to do that.
I won't be able to arm wrestle anymore. What is it you're trying to tell me?
Stop it. Stop. See, because
you're making hand signals. Am I supposed to steal third?
I'm working on my American Sign Language. You ready?
I mean, are you telling me to run, steal third, slide into second, run home? I mean, I'm so lost. You look like that fat dude that used to be with the Dodgers. What was Tony something or another? Tommy Lasorda.
All fat guys, we all know each other.
Y'all eat at the same buffet. All right, so what else do we got? I mean, nobody's chiming in.
Dude.
Wedgies, man, wedgies.
Okay, one, I'm not a big purveyor of underoos, so I don't really wear underwear. I'm just saying. So not a lot of adjustment going on there. Women, I like the way women do it, especially.
Waiting for this explanation.
Well, the one I was just previously dating, she had a really weird way of doing it, like.
A weird way of doing wedgies?
Yes. She kind of had the whole sumo wrestler.
Sumo wrestler.
You know how a sumo wrestler does their legs?
Lost in this conversation.
Yeah, they lift one leg and they lift the other leg.
Oh my God. No, that's funny. Let's catch this just for fun.
Please.
Good morning again.
Oh, geez.
Good evening, sir.
No issues with the wedgies here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wait, stop for 1 second. When you say no issues, do you mean you don't get them? You don't pick them? You're not going to talk about it? What is it that you're saying? How do you not get a wedgie? Wait a minute. You're a little thin dude, so maybe that's the problem. Or not a problem. Maybe we have the problem.
I don't wear any.
Oh, okay.
So I have no issues with the wedgies. Mike, if you confuse a roll of chapstick with whatever junk you're talking about,
yes, sir.
No wonder you have no dates.
I have plenty of dates, sir.
I just got from a woman. It says there's a walk that we do.
Yeah,
that just kind of jiggles our booty to adjust it, or if it's really bad, we'll go to the bathroom.
Okay, but the walk that they do looks like a sumo wrestler getting ready to fight.
I've never seen my wife do a sumo wrestler.
Lift one leg, throw some salt.
I've never seen my wife sumo wrestle. Nothing. Well, but not.
Oh, sorry.
Not walk like that.
And if you wear assless chaps, it helps.
Oh my God!
Thank you,
people.
I'm telling you, man.
Quit feeding into this dumb.
They are assless chaps. You can look it up.
You find me some Mike, assless chaps.
We found a pair.
Hey Jeff, let me catch this other one. Hang on a second. Just for fun. Just for fun. Oh, they hung up.
You know what?
Can I go back to Jeff?
I got to tell you something.
Well, dang it.
No, Jeff's gone. I heard him hang up. Let me tell you something. The guys that turn and burn motors are
what does turn and burn got to do with booties, assless chaps, picking wedges? Can we not stay on topic?
Well, you know what?
I got to get these difficult conversations over before Casey get here. So, how about picking your nose?
Oh, Jesus, you just slammed Casey, didn't you?
He's running for office. We can't get him in trouble. So, how about picking your nose?
Talk about wedgies.
How about picking your nose?
I'll pick my nose anywhere.
See me, my nose has been broke so many times.
Yeah.
And my nose bleeds all the time. So people, I try not to pick boogers, but man, you'll see me scraping blood out of my nose. That's just how it is.
I've had a sinus angioplasty. Do you know what they do? Jesus.
Is that like a sinus?
Yeah. I mean, they stuck like a vacuum cleaner down my head.
It's a Hoover.
Yeah, man. And optical lenses and you know what? If I want to pick my damn nose, I'm going to pick my nose. I might wipe it on you.
Jeff, I lost you. Call back if you'd like to get in on this.
Jeff, please.
I'm just curious because here's my thing. I don't know. Is it because I'm now to my age? I don't know if it's because of the construction world or the biker world. I'm to the point of in the right situation, I'm going to try to keep my mannerisms and things proper. I will admit I will try. But I'm also kind of like, I don't care anymore. Like, I get off the bike at O'Charlie's the other day. I go pick the little sweaty underwear off my butt. Somebody's looking out the window, because of the way the glass is. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know you. I don't know you. I'm probably never going to know you. I'm probably never going to see you again. And I guarantee that when she slid out of that booth, she picked her underwear out too. So I just kind of don't care anymore.
My older brother used to really laugh at me because when my PTSD was really out of control.
Yes, sir.
Like we loved to play golf. It was a stress release. Right?
Yeah.
I had this one guy over at Plantation. He was looking at me, right, and just kept staring at me. And I'm like sitting in the cart, and I'm like, I asked my brother. I said, "Did I do something wrong, man?" And he's like, "No." My brother acts just like you do. He's like my filter, He goes, "No, you're cool." So I get up and he's like, Michael. And I walk over to the guy and I go, "Do I know you?" And he goes, "No." I said, "Do I owe you money?" He said, "No." I said, "Then stop effing looking at me," in a real pissed off voice. And I held up my club like I was going to beat on him. Here comes Casey.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, people you were talking about people judging people just by like in church or in a restaurant and all. I don't care anymore. Is that bad?
Well,
I mean, I'm not vulgar.
My thing is, and then I guess the reason I'm kind of bringing it up is we're all human. We're all gonna do the same stuff.
We lie, we sin, we take home paper clips, whatever. We all do all this stuff. Why do people think? And you know what? If your bank account is fat and mine's thin, and you don't know that, but you're gonna try to act uppity towards me. I love when people see me act like a complete idiot. Right. I act stupid and all that other stuff. Then they talk to you. And they go, as soon as they talk to you, they go, uh-oh, he's
just for fun.
God, please don't be Jeff. Please don't be Jeff.
Hello.
Please don't be Jeff. Please don't be Jeff.
Hello.
Oh, hopefully that was Jeff hanging up. Casey the tax man. Because I'm the tax man.
What up, Mike?
What's up, buddy?
Just for fun.
How are you?
Good to see you. Always good to see you.
Always good to see you.
Just for fun.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Mike?
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Mike, wedgies. Look, just pick them free. You're old. Nobody cares. You're not impressing nobody. Worst they can do is think that you're friends with Joe Biden.
I am not friends with Joe Biden, and I've got a picture of you and Hillary making out open mouth, full tongue. And you know what?
I stuck my tongue down there as deep as I could. La, 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 la.
So it would look like a picture of a dude trying to get the peanut butter out of Mr. Ed's mouth, you know, that they used to use to make Mr. Ed talk. I mean, that's the visual I'm getting. Because kissing Hillary is like the skankiest thing ever. That's like me going and picking my salad from, you know, that you would visualize at a salad bar that I'd be picking out of the trash can that gets dumped into the dumpster behind O'Charlie's.
Yeah,
I was thinking of the Panda Bear restaurant myself.
Hey! Don't be picking on Panda Bears. Now, you know what? I got a real good idea who this is, and he lives in Atlanta. This guy's a slumlord.
Slumlord. Wait a minute, is this who you pay your rent to?
This guy's a slumlord who I know.
Yeah, you've been 4 days.
Yeah.
You're late.
This guy is
his ass down for 2 weeks now.
That's right.
This guy has gone through more women than freaking CoverGirl, man. Let me tell you, this guy has.
Yeah.
This guy. Okay, he posted something about this guy's a beekeeper. You know, it says if your girl looks like this, she's a keeper. That's what kind of jokes this guy has. They're bad.
That's funny.
This guy was in the military. Apparently, he was shot in the head, so he's got a mild traumatic brain injury. It would have been a full traumatic brain injury, but he doesn't have any brains. Come on. This guy was an MP. You can't spell wimp without MP, right?
Can't take a good shit without a good grunt either.
Oh, God. Oh, you're coming and broken the studio.
Mess with the bull, you're messing with the horns, mister.
That's right. That's right. So, you evicting anybody this week?
No. Did one about 2 weeks ago, though.
Did you have to have the sheriff there?
The sheriff showed up after the fact. It has to do with what county you're in, and man, he was pretty ticked off. But you don't pay, you don't stay.
You don't pay. Listen to him. The studio dog just farted, man. It smells like burnt tire in the studio.
I wish burnt tire.
Oh God, man. That
burnt tire would be an improvement.
Man, that dog
disgusting.
Farts.
Oh my God.
What are you feeding that dog?
I gave her some toast yesterday.
Yeah.
Whatever we had left over for dinner, she wanted.
Raspberry cream cheese on top of it or something.
I have a cold and I can even smell it.
Thank God my nose is a little stuffy. I haven't smelled anything.
Caller, we have Casey, the tax man. I know that you probably don't pay your taxes because you're one of those, like, you're like a 2.5%er.
Well, if he's a slumlord, he gets to show a bunch of losses, so it works in his benefit.
Man, if you listen to some of the stories this guy's got about evicting,
that's why I never, I used to work when I did remodeling. I remodeled a lot of the rental houses after the evicted guys got thrown out.
That's what he does.
Jesus, dude. Yeah. We had to have one guy evicted from Lilburn, And the house was a nice, 100-year-old house that had been kept up and taken care of, but it was just a little small, little tract home, nothing fancy. Well, me and the homeowners went by several times. I mean, it had already got to the point he wasn't paying. He wouldn't come to the doors. He had towels and sheets and all this stuff hung over the windows. Within the month or so, he had spray painted all the windows so you couldn't see in. When we finally got the police there, the door got kicked in. He had taken red spray paint and had spray painted on the walls, all this Satan stuff. One of the bedrooms where he had been going to McDonald's, he would come back and he had a mat that apparently he slept on in this bedroom. And it was like the master bedroom. So it was a long rectangle room. So you could see where he was sleeping on this mat, basically, that he was resting on. To the left was a pile, probably 8 feet around by 4 foot, 5 foot tall, of nothing but half-eaten hamburgers and French fries and wrappers and everything. And he's sleeping right next to it.
Well,
and it had been that way. There's no telling how long it had been that way.
I got food next to my bed.
It cost $10,000 to remodel this house because
Easy.
we had to use oil-based kills by multiple coats to go over all of the red spray paint because it just regular latex does not cover Krylon.
Do you remember Carver Homes in Atlanta? You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. This gentleman right here on the phone and I, we used to have to go into Carver Homes. They would literally destroy the place so bad that they'd have a sheet of plywood for their front door.
Right.
And they would break out the window over the sink. So they'd have a sheet of plywood right there. And the way they would dump their trash is push the plywood away from the window and throw the trash out.
Good
so when you came up to the plywood door,
Oh.
there's a pile of stinky, nasty, disgusting trash. Well, when we would go in there to repossess things, whether it's vehicles, furniture, whatever, the cops wouldn't go in Carver Homes, but they would wait right outside of Carver Homes. You would pull up and you'd go, hey, I need to go to so-and-so. And if the cops weren't there, who did we use there, caller? You remember?
The cops there?
Yeah.
I know Red Dog jumped on a truck once.
Red Dog jumped on the truck. Now, what about the civilians, the drug dealers? We could actually talk to a drug dealer. They'd say, who you need money from? Virginia Goolsby, remember her? And they would drive up there and they'd go up there and beat the crap out of her. And they would come back and give you the money.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
That's
crazy.
very,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Oh God, me and this dude right here, we repoed like furniture out of second story windows. And just so they didn't have it, we would throw it off the porch or throw it out the window. We had washer and dryer show up on the front of our store that they just literally drove by like 30 miles per hour and just threw them out at us. And hey, let me tell you something. I want to go ahead and say this gentleman right here served his country proudly, and he has a young man that I watched grow up, and it was really funny, hoping he would never go in the military, but he did. How's he doing?
He's currently on his third tour, and this
awesome.
time he is on well, because his name isn't being announced, he's on the Syrian border this time.
Okay. Very cool, man. And please convey to him that Uncle Mike says hi.
Will do. Yeah, I talked to him last night, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, he's on a fob out there, and he says they're all doing well.
Right. And for the listeners, a fob is a forward operating base.
Cool.
So, all right, man. Hey, I know you got work to do or somebody to kick out. So I appreciate you calling in.
Listen, Mike won't be there till about 10, so you have plenty of time to throw his stuff to the curb.
I'll give me a cup of coffee then.
Yeah, man.
We can
And
talk a couple extra minutes
look, Mike's such a nomad. There probably isn't a whole lot that you would have to throw out. You could probably go in with a milk crate.
And just for the record, whether you hang up or not, this guy right here is probably one of the smartest guys I've ever met. And let me tell you something. He's a little bitty wiry dude. I have never seen him throw a punch or be aggressive physically, but he can verbally beat you into the dirt. I mean, he is just so fast and so smart and has 3 steps ahead of you. If you get into a discussion, I've watched this guy talk to like 3-4 people at the same time and just beat them into the ground verbally to where they're just like, oh, crap, I give up.
Send him after Hillary.
Yeah. I wish he would run.
If you saw my page, you see Hillary is I am shameless.
Yeah. Now this is the guy also that publicly speaking said that Hitler was a great military leader.
You know, other than being crazy,
military. You don't start two fronts. That was just stupid on his part.
Yeah, as soon as he went to the third front, he lost. That was it. You know as well as I know.
Yeah, I mean, but his if you ever listen to some of his speeches and how he manipulates, it's like Bernie Sanders. It's like
David Surratt.
They got something for free.
Koresh, sorry.
You got to give the man his props. He started out as nothing. He only got as high as a corporal, and the guy turned around and ran a country and almost took over the world.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, go to work.
I mean, as psycho as he was.
Yeah, right. Reminds me of you.
All
right, see you later.
See you, dude.
Bye.
I mean, look, Charles Manson, David Koresh.
Man,
I mean, these people.
How do they get in people's heads like that, though?
What's that stupid religion that believes there's another spaceship behind the moon waiting on them?
No, Nation of Islam.
Yeah.
The Farrakhan deal. They believe that the mothership is on the other side of the moon.
Biatch, go get on the mothership. Get out of here.
Well, you know,
how do they convince people to do that?
I don't know.
I want to know.
But when you talk to them, you know what they say? They say, "Why do you believe that there's some guy walking around on clouds up there?" They throw it right back in your face.
Of course.
But man, a spaceship on the other side of the moon.
You talk about Hitler. I used to teach a leadership class, and Hitler was always the example I used.
Right.
I mean, I took the evilness out of it, but the fact, it's like Mike said, he started from nothing.
Yeah.
And almost took over the world.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely,
really.
absolutely. Now, there's been other leaders like that. Alexander. I mean, that guy he couldn't fight as a kid. His father actually put somebody in charge of training him how to fight because he was a wuss. And then he turned out to be, oh my God, he almost did take over the world. Right. And how arrogant is that to name every city you take over to marry somebody that, you know, in royalty, and then turn around and name the city after you.
Yep.
You know?
Well, I mean, that was the whole point of being a leader. You know, it's like Hitler was a small guy. Yeah, he got other people to do it.
And that's perfect with what the text said. It's not that he was a good military leader. He was a genius politician. Yep. He invaded and took over Poland without a shot fired because he was a good politician.
How long did it take to France? Less than 2 weeks. Anyhow, the entire country of France. You see what I'm saying? In Ireland, it's happening again. It's just different now. I am so appalled at, and I love politics, man. I just absolutely, but I love politics by the book. I'm the guy that says that we
Did
should
you say you love Polytech?
No, politics.
I mean, now I get why it's called Polytech. It just dawned on me.
No, man.
I don't talk enough politics to get it, but now I do.
There's no rules. You can say or do anything. And once a country is basing its election on that, let me tell you something. I saw very similar to this. You know where? Afghanistan. They would say or do anything. They would kill each other and say, you did it. And there would be like holding the smoking gun.
Right.
It's amazing. There's no rules anymore. And if there's no rules on who we vote for, when they get in there, there's not going to be any rules either.
Wow.
And that's scary.
Look at what we have to choose from.
Well, you know, I'm dedicated Trump, but it's I'm a Republican.
I'm blown away because I still can't believe that this woman's free. Like, I mean, come on. They're trying to lock Cosby up for something that he did how many years ago? And the women are just accusing him of slipping them stuff. This woman, we've seen time and time and time again the illegal activity from this chick.
Well, not only
I wasn't trying to go politics.
No.
We're
just talking. But okay, so there was a guy.
Maybe she needs to get on the mothership.
Yeah, there was a guy that had top secret clearance. He was a flight guy from the Navy. He asked her in a town hall meeting. He said, "Look, I've been privy to this. I wasn't allowed to even speak of it in my own home. Why is it that you think you can get away with it?" You know what she said? I dealt with all the classified material on a completely different system. When the hell did that come up?
Right.
She's never said anything about that. So, you know, she had 13 devices. Now she has 14 because she had one for classified stuff. If that woman gets in office, it's going to be
the biggest thing that worries me is her, not even the economy.
Yeah, we're not going to know about it. It's
the wanting to have open borders. that's going to be the screwed up situation.
And she does not just want like open borders with Mexico.
Oh, she wants it. She wants international airport just to like we jump to go from here to New Orleans. She wants it where it's like that from other countries. Just jump on a plane, get off here. No big deal.
Yeah. Well, I've got a friend that lives in Norway, and she's been asking me to come live with her. So, can I do live remotes from Norway?
You used to have a friend in Germany that said the same thing.
I know she doesn't really talk to me anymore. I think she's
Mike gets around.
Mike's a tramp.
International.
I have traveled.
He tries to be James Bond. You know, the whole 007.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, he's XXX4.
XX. Who's that? Who are you? XXX4. Doesn't make any sense, but sounds good.
Well, you're definitely the extra large lover heavy D.
Heavy D. That's cool. No, I'm going to just stick with Military Mike if it's okay with everybody. I've been called Military Mike now for probably 30-something years. So I'm cool with
commercial time.
All right.
We'll be right back, everybody. It's just fun in the morning. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere. Any good birthdays today? There's a lot of funny news out there, but I'm having a little trouble logging into the thing.
Oh my God! I sent a message in my massage about my shoulder. I think it's trying to pop in and out of place is my problem.
Vacation all week. I thought that's what you were doing.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, I just canceled my show.
Yeah, tomorrow night got canceled. So then I told him because his person has a messed up leg. I'm like,
yeah, man, she broke her ankle.
Don't do a show tonight. We're only not gonna do one tomorrow. So
that works out
gives me my house for a week.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. That works out. I'll come next week.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, probably next May probably better now anyway.
You want to talk about the election stuff?
My election?
Yeah, you want me to bring it up?
Yeah.
Do you have privy to any of the early voting numbers? Because Georgia generally has about 2 million.
They go out of town Thursday. Oh, Wednesday I got to be in court at 9:30. So I may be able to start a show, but can't stay. I mean, so I would definitely need to see if you could do Wednesday, Thursday, even if Steph has to come in and run the microphone. Mike knows how to run the buttons too.
Yeah, baby.
At least I'd give y'all 3 Thursday, and even if we just all had Friday off, but I want to take her somewhere.
I'll take off like crazy up on the microphone. I want to.
Man, if I'm not here to keep her under control, though, golly.
I want to just come in, get with you, and I just want to come in one night and do freaking the Beatles or Rolling Stones, and me just sit here and talk and have fun and get stoned, whatever.
Look at that spot I was telling you about.
What? I rode by there the other day. We was riding, so we went by there. But and what's funny is that we pulled in the parking lot. Everybody was sitting there looking out the window at us. So it's like, okay, everybody, that's it.
Yep.
And those people look at us like we're pointing at them, and I'm like, okay, no more pointing. These people think we're talking about them.
We were moving out yesterday. So
okay.
Honey Creek, and you cross over
20, but yes.
20, yeah. Right there on the right, it used to be a little travel.
Where?
There after the little Jiffy Lube.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's too small.
No, I've looked at it. And no, well, I looked at it. It'll work. We could make it work because it has an office too. And when you went in the front door, you could have snacks, refrigerator, and all that to the right. To the left is this size. Mm-hmm. It would work perfect. Parking would be a biatch. The problem is it originally started out at like $600 a month, not counting utilities. Then another phone call happened. They forgot they had already talked to me. It was $700 a month. Couple of months later, we make another phone call. It's $800 a month.
It's empty right now.
And it's been empty. It's been empty now since 2014, and they just keep going up on the price. Well, it's going to just sit there.
Keep the empty building.
Because I said, that would be a decent little location for next to nothing.
Okay, if you can get it.
But I don't want to spend $1,500 a month to sit in that building. I'm free right here.
Get it affordable, what you consider to be affordable, get with me and I'll get you the money.
Well, it's insane.
It's 700. That's how many square feet it is.
We could go measure it. But like the way the air conditioning's done in it, I'm sure the insulation sucks. The way the air conditioning's going, your AC bill alone would be insane.
Well, it's got an office. After the show, I'll be there all day. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will be there all day.
Oh, and that would be great.
Yeah, Monday through Friday.
Heck, well, I already said that I would take the TV scenario because you'd have to have Comcast cable internet for the fast internet anyways. So I was like, by the time you got your two different internets in there, you literally would be watching TV because you'd want your Uverse internet and your Comcast internet, and then you would
going to do stuff. I'd be there Monday through Friday and until 5.
Yeah, it's just they just want too much money, man.
And
to me, I'm not going to spend for not great exposure. I'm not going to spend what great exposure money would cost.
That's ridiculous. That's a bit.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Mike's friends.
It's kind of the last mention. How about that, man? His son is on his 3rd tour deployed. God, man, what is our country doing to our kids? I understand with us because we are a crusty old bunch, and we preferred it. You see what I'm saying? We prefer to be gone. But these young kids, they're so much smarter.
Different world.
And he's gonna come back and he's gonna, hey,
Yeah, I'm sure he wants to hear you say that.
Well, he knows I'm his Uncle Mike.
So what else we got going on? Anything you this weekend out of you?
Me.
Yeah,
you fighting this daggone cold all weekend.
Oh,
I was campaigning yesterday. I was hitting door to door. It was like wipe a snot.
Gross.
Wipe with your left because you shake with your right. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it was pretty gross.
Where people
my wife's leaving. I see the door open.
Where your constituents laughing at you?
Oh, people always laugh at me, Mike. Don't you know that?
Yeah, pretty much. I just
wanted
to hear
at me. They laugh at me.
I just wanted to hear it. Well, I laugh at you because you call me up at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock on Saturdays, and it's almost like you're inviting me out on a date. Come over to so-and-so and let's have some martinis. Man, it kind of
and you should have cut. Look, last Friday night, I partook in way too many martinis last Friday night.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you call those martinis, those vodka and olives. Those should just be called Casey's.
Well, they actually have a name for them. If you go to this particular restaurant on the square, ask for a Papa Durin. They'll know what it is. Papa Durin.
That is funny.
Yeah.
See, I'm a dedicated
Jack or Poppin' a Durin. So is that?
Hey,
is that like a Charlie Sheen? Is that what that is?
Never know.
2 olives, 2 Viagras, and vodka.
Easy. Wow, that was funny. Oh man, that was great.
So look, I want to quickly change subject real fast as I see my wife driving off or fixing to be driving off. So I put up my Janice Van Ness signs this morning.
Miss your house.
And she's actually going right now to go stand at an intersection with her.
Now
I don't know if my wife's listening, but I want y'all to have her call in.
Who's that, Janice?
Yeah.
Or excuse me, Senator? She was there yesterday at the Pampered Puppy, which we didn't see you.
I was gonna be there, but I had a campaign. Today's early voting day, first day.
Whatever.
They're going to Parker Road right now. So I'd made the comment that, and I was trying to think of how to do this. If I had a sign that was a little smaller, where I could attach it to the trunk of my bike, so when I'm driving, you would see Van Ness on the back of the motorcycle.
Who's running against her?
Tanya Anderson.
Tony Anderson.
Tanya.
Tanya.
Anderson.
I don't know Tanya, do
I? She's a military vet as well, so.
Huh. Well, just because she served in the military doesn't mean.
I know, I'm just saying. I was just saying.
Are you one of those guys?
I thought you knew everybody.
I was about to say, are you one of those guys that, hey, I know this guy who does taxes in Europe.
That's Jeff.
His name's.
How about
probably the reason I have this call is there's no Robitussin in any store.
Thomas Chastain, he's running, The thing I have to 100% admire about Thomas Chastain, he is 100% about Rockdale County.
Oh yeah.
He is 100% about stopping the speeders who act stupid to make it, unsafe.
I think it's 110%. I will give it.
Dude,
you gotta give Thomas props.
own it.
Yeah, he's very much so.
And I'm so sick of are you running Republican or Democrat?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? When you're running for my county, you're my county. Who cares what you're whatever? Right. Who cares what you're answering to? You're running for my county just for fun.
Robo Trip.
Oh my God.
He's already on it.
Your friends.
He is on it.
Your friends are whack.
So yeah, man. And when it comes to the county stuff, I don't think it matters about Republican, Democrat.
This is the thing. When you run for for me for a county position, you have to pick a party.
I know you have to, but it's just silly.
This is going to be so easy today.
And he said this yesterday. He says, I'm going to come in with a cold just so Mike.
Oh, yeah. I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
I knew it was going to happen.
I knew it was going to happen, too.
You know what, though? Even on a cold, he still has proper English.
Yeah, well,
Stephanie can come in sounding like greatness. Well, never great. Stephanie can come in. Well, she's never healthy. Stephanie can just come in and it still not be proper English.
I have a cold, but it doesn't affect my intelligence. My name is Casey Durham, and I'm the tax guy.
That is freaking scary.
Yeah.
You know what I need to do? I need to record
you
that.
need to record that. For
Here,
sure.
let me turn that on. Hold on, I almost.
Oh my God!
Whoa!
Dang, man!
I didn't mean to cuss you, Mike.
Oh, no, I'm leaving. Casey, have the show.
Ow. Whoa.
Okay, now I'm gonna hit record. I needed to do the Casey thing. You ready?
Yes.
My name is Casey Durham, and I'm the tax man.
All right, so watch this.
He'll squeeze it together, make it funny.
My name is Casey Durham, and I'm the tax man.
God,
right.
It sounds like some creepy clown. Or
That's what I was gonna say. You wanted your.
That sounds more like what's the clown from Simpsons?
That's what I was gonna say. You wanted your crusty to
Watch this.
Hold on, watch this. This is gonna be great. Watch this.
He's speed it up.
All right, hold on. I gotta do it.
Look at all those different choices. God, I gotta start playing with Audacity. I got so many things on that one.
Dude, you already have enough audacity to do some of the things you do. Here we go.
My name is Casey Durham, and I'm the tax man.
That's awesome.
That's hysterical.
All right, watch. We'll repeat it and see if it's better.
My name is Casey Durham, and I'm the tax man.
What's better, this one or the other one?
Casey's like, none of them.
Casey Durham,
I would prefer to do real. Yeah. So you're running for tax commissioner, correct?
Correct.
And that's in Newton
County, yes.
And Newton County consists of what big cities?
Oh, there's Covington.
Yes.
Porterdale.
Yes.
Newbern.
Yes.
Mansfield.
Yes.
And Oxford.
So you would have the tax deal for
whole county.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Hey, you know what I didn't realize is Social Circle's high school is Newton County. Is that correct?
No.
Somebody was pointing that out to me the other day. Is that possible?
No.
Because I thought, how in the hell does Social Circle, if it's considered Newton County, if their high school was considered Newton County, how could that school be so much nicer than any schools in Newton County?
Probably what they were saying was Social Circle city limits go into Newton County. So
okay,
probably get
that would make sense then. Because I'm like, look, we drove past there the other day, and I'm like, man, that school is beautiful. The baseball field is the greenest of the greenest grass.
Okay, wait a minute.
I'm thinking there's no way that's Newton County.
It's it's not Newton County.
It's Walton County.
Okay, here's the deal. Social Circle is not a safe place. I'll say it.
Social Circle?
Have you been smoking dope
at
It's
night?
got one red light.
Yeah. But
what are you talking
about? 10 cops.
You can't hang out at Sycamore Street Grill. That place has got shots galore.
Yeah, too soon.
Hey,
how much are shots? That's about $5.
That stupid douche nugget's gonna be serving some felonies in prison, and I hope Bubba rapes him.
Scottie.
Excuse me, what did I say? My personal thoughts. I'm apologizing.
You said that out loud.
Did I? So, did you know what gossip has come about to say? That Amici's may be opening in the Sycamore Street building. In other words, loser lost his business as he's going to be serving time in the pen with Bubba.
It's completely
And
closed.
supposedly, why are you covering your eyes, Mikey? Supposedly, Amichis might be getting
Moving in
involved.
there?
How cool would that be?
That would be good for social circle.
Me and my wife have talked about. We wish that we had the. I wish she was at retirement already because we would go down there and build a nice deck on the front of it and open it up as a sandwich shop. Do our little thing.
It's an awesome building.
Yeah.
I think we could.
Awesome.
I think we could run a bar.
Well, okay. If I opened a sandwich shop, it would have of course, it would have bar type food.
Yeah.
And do sub sandwiches. Build a deck on the front to do acoustic stuff outside. Have little bike events, and it'd be a good little hangout.
It's a great hangout place over there. For sure,
It says right. Someone text in says Social Circle High School is a city school, not part of Walton County school system.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. It's its own entity.
Thank you.
And it's safe. What
Texas,
the hell? How would
Waller.
you say it's not safe?
That's
Social Circle at night is not safe.
Oh my God! What's Grandma gonna mug you?
What are you doing in Social Circle
what
at
the hell
night
are you
anyway?
doing? Are you trying to score some crack cocaine or something? What are you doing?
What are you doing in Social Circle at night anyway? There's nothing to do.
You know what's not safe?
Mike in Social Circle.
Mike, XXX4, trying to sneak across the second story porch to climb in the window for a Girl Scout. That's what's not safe.
He did that to me a couple weeks ago.
You know what he reminds me of? The Beverly Hills Ninja.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I am a master of the black arts
of the debaters.
The debaters.
I am.
You knew where I was going. He is the master.
I am a master
of debaters.
I do. I practice ninjutsu with Stephen Hayes, and let me tell you something. When they all go out on their missions, I kind of like sweep up. And I get the rice cakes ready and stuff.
That's
like
exactly
that.
right.
Hey, I'm old. I'm the old dude. I'm sensei.
You're senile.
I'm Saifu. I'm Shihan.
You full of Shihan.
Yeah. So I get the mat ready for training. So, I'm
oh my God.
Now, I know you guys talked about the peak pooch, not peak puppy, even though that's what you put on Facebook.
I screw up every day.
Yeah, the pink.
There's too many P's.
I'm actually going somewhere nice for you, Mike. Never mind. Forget it.
Yeah,
Mike was trying to land a date with every chick that came by.
I was going to ask.
Oh my God. This one young lady who walks up with a Pomeranian in a little car that
was so cute.
You and Mike, let me tell you, we were doing the whole tag yourself in Facebook and blah, 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 blah. So Mike notices her standing there holding her little pink number, doesn't realize she's standing there with either her sugar daddy or her husband or both. And
she was.
I'm going to mute Mike. So as
oh,
I didn't mute you, you retard. So
sorry about that.
So Mike schools himself and realizes this young lady's in front of him through the crowd. I'm painting the picture, you guys. So instead of starting to get people to come up and show their number, because they were showing their number to the judges, but not to the audience, then he realizes like 3 people ahead of the woman that he wants to, ask out. What is your name, young lady? And he puts the mic down. So he gets to this lady and he's like, what is your name? And he almost asked her last name. He asked if she was on Facebook. I'm like, dude, just ask her what name she is on Facebook. Look, he's not denying it. We were on stage. My wife even says, listen to Mike setting this up, trying to get her whole name to find her on Facebook. Look at Mike. He's not even disputing it. Nope. The first time Mike ever sat there and doesn't argue with me because he knows we were on it.
Well, she was hot,
and you were trying to score,
and tall. I love tall women.
She's in his age bracket that he's supposed to be dating women in.
Now get this. Here's the thing. You can tell, one, that she very much takes care of herself. She's very physically fit and beautiful makeup. Just her hair was impeccable. Now here's the thing. You can tell people that have done beauty pageants. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. You can tell she grew up probably through beauty pageants. And let me tell you something. She had a little thing that she was pulling, and it was a little like a little pink car. And she had the most adorable Pomeranian. I want a Pomeranian now. That was the cutest thing in the world. And
Little Richard, his age bracket, 8 to 80. Yeah, Richard, and you didn't type blind, crippled, or crazy.
yeah. And Richard, just for
Hey, Jeff Messiah said to send you this. He said he was getting his morning started. There's a bottle of Crown, a bottle of Robitussin, and a Jaeger shot glass.
oh my God.
Wow.
Robitussin. The point I was trying to make was she was a very attractive woman. One of the judges was a dog trainer, she's a very attractive woman. But I don't know that she spoke English because she wouldn't speak to me at all.
Smart lady.
Yeah.
So let me tell y'all a little something funny. You know, used to the guys I used to ride with on motorcycles, you know, you could go riding and, you know, we would all like point at a red light or something and go, that's a good mechanic shop. Or, you know, I've had dinner at that place with my wife one time. And, you know,
I buy good weed.
Hold on, I was fixing to go. And then you would have the one guy go, yeah, right there behind 7-Eleven, you can score some weed.
Yeah. Dang. Man.
So here we are. We're riding the other day. It's me, Jeff, Buddha. We're coming 81 down through Oxford. We get to 278, quick trips to the right. We're taking a left to go to the Kroger. Buddha's got to pick up his prescriptions from the pharmacy. Jeff's sitting behind us. If you envision a triangle, me and Buddha side by side, Jeff's behind us. Jeff eases up between the two bikes. We're like expecting some like, hey man, this has been a great ride. You know, he says, hey man, you see that ride aid right there? Yeah, man. You could score some good Robitussin right there.
I believe it. Too.
Apparently, the night that the social house robo tripping happened, that is where he stopped to get his Robitussin.
God, man. That is so weird.
I'm like, generic or name brand? He's like, generic, their brand, man. It's good stuff.
Oh, God. Oh, that's terrible. Absolutely.
You know, you always have that one guy that can tell you where to buy the weed. I've never had the guy. That's right. I've never had the guy tell me where the good Robitussin's from. They're like, you know, you're used to the guy that always talks about, I got drunk in this bar one night, or that bar's got a good waitress, or I've never heard that. That's where you get your Robitussin. I've never heard that. That was a first.
Wow.
We're sitting at a Quick Trip, you know, where
What do you
you
respond
score
to
some
that?
weed, right? At the Quick Trip, right? No, it's across the street. Yeah, the Robitussin over there at the Quick Trip. Yeah.
How do you even respond to that? Would you like-
You just giggle. You go, Buddha, the light's green, go.
God, you know what I just heard?
How do you respond to that?
All right, you guys, we got to go to commercial. Everybody,
We're gonna go.
Shut up, Mike.
oh my
Shut up.
God,
Yeah,
Mike, oh
commercial.
my God.
Yeah.
Everybody hang tight. We will be right back.
Yeah,
It's,
commercial.
it's, I don't know what to say. We'll be right back.
It's a commercial.
You can score some good Robitussin right there.
$770. Ow, my legs hurt. God, I'm getting old.
Did you have a good time really yesterday?
We really did, man. It was a lot of
I
fun.
really wanted. I had actually planned on coming up there, but like I had so much. I didn't
Yeah,
get out.
that's-
Didn't
I
get out
think
to go out Saturday because of this damn cold. And
I can imagine.
I walked 15 miles yesterday.
How do you feel about it? You feel like you're
I feel good about it.
feel good?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I feel really good about it.
Well, that's the good thing. I hope you get it. I'll help you any way I can. I'll shoot your page out again. I do on Mondays. So I've gotten now to where I have to do it 7 days a week. You know what? I can only ask the good Lord that if I keep this up, that we hit the target that we're looking for, you know.
Sponsorship stuff too, because I have a lot of friends.
Oh,
that have
holy
businesses.
smokes. I forgot completely.
I figured you had all that going on this weekend, so just
I am so
I have
sorry.
lots of friends who have businesses, and
Well, I'm doing a broshure, right? So, which would be perfect just to send you the digital brochure.
that'd be awesome.
Okay.
That'd be better.
Because I'm getting them printed up. Like yesterday, I wouldn't have brochures out there, maybe a few, but we should have postcards out there with the Just for Fun stuff on the front, and then you flip it over in the shows and QR codes for each show. Oh, and they're not that expensive. And I know that if I keep track of how much I'm spending,
Oh yeah.
I don't worry about that.
That's what I want to do that.
Because any of these other radio stations, there's, you know, that we can, the broadcaster that we use wants to advertise on our, they'll pay us. And so it's just difficult to set up with. Oh God, yeah. People pay $100.
You could have a completely separate channel.
$100 an hour.
Yeah.
Yep. I know a girl who does it every Friday. She does a show every Friday. She pays $100, but she has sponsors that cover the 100 easy, and she makes money. People do it as a job.
They get $100, or you get sponsors to help you pay.
Yeah. The other thing is like you got Redneck Steph, you got me, Scotty, Joey the Voice, and some other people, and you could do Fiverr. Talk to a girl, and she has a okay radio voice, nothing like what we do. Right. It's just a woman's voice, and it's clear. She made $42,000 last year, and it's not $5 at a time. That's just the bait, you know. Most of her, she said that on average, she's probably making about $15. Top seller, 42 grand, going like this. Hey, thanks for shopping at. We have everything to do. I could just do me and Scotty, because everybody else is so hard to rely on. And these people aren't going to, you have to, if they pay for it on Fiverr, you've got to get it back to them within a day. Get it back to them in a day or two. Pimp that son of a bitch out. In here, right, at the right time. Sit there, not have to keep getting up and all. Jacob is remote out of Tulsa. No, he's right here. There's shows, and there's so much more time for shows. I think there should be a late night show, like a midnight show. It doesn't have to be at midnight. It could be a recorded show. But I want to come in on like a Friday night and do 7. Lou kind of took the 80s thing, which is cool.
I want to do the 80s classical metal.
Yeah. See, he's kind of doing it more like Casey Kasem. And I just want to come in and for an hour and be stupid and play music I like and talk shit, you know. But that's kind of how that works. It would, I think there's probably in the near future, there'll probably be enough to have a Just for Fun radio, like local artist, because we have right, and especially with Total Entertainment Management growing, that would give him something. You see what I'm saying? If you sign on to TEM, we also put you on this radio station. Scotty can set it up in the rotation, so that station can be going separate app, everything, separate advertisers, and then like for me selling advertisement, I could sell advertisement for this station, that station, or both. Hey, hold it down.
You like that?
Right now, local artist is a big, very, very big thing. So,
there's lots of them too.
Now, see that young lady that was here, Rebecca Simpson. Gosh, she's got to get a band behind her. She gets a band behind her. Holy smokes!
He was awesome.
That voice, good Lord.
She was awesome.
Yep. You know, we could turn her into an Aaron Hill too, boy. Make her a rocker. No, she comes from that would be 180 switch from what she does. I had every intention of opening my monster during the commercial.
You good luck with that.
Damn it, man.
And we're back.
You know, I got somebody we could call, but I'm not going to do it.
Oh my God. Are you Denise? You know, she used to do that. She used to go, hey, I got this topic, but we can't talk about it. Well, then that means you don't have a topic. I like that. I got somebody we could call, but I can't do that.
Can't do it.
I don't. If we called this young lady, it's her birthday. If we called this young
How about
lady,
let's just not talk about anything that we can't do?
Well, I would like to talk about Mount Everest, and I can't do it.
Oh my God! You might as well talk about Pam Anderson because you can't do that either.
Hey, already did.
Whatever.
Everybody did.
Whatever.
Nicole, remember Anna Nicole?
Yeah, but that's just y'all. You sticky pages, man. Don't
That's
even.
Anna Nicole's baby. You remember that little baby? It's mine.
Whatever.
It's
you
mine.
Wish.
He wish.
You wish.
Donald Trump fondled me.
Fondled you.
Fondled you.
Fondled me.
Fondled you.
I'm
What
not
did,
gonna say fondle. That's gross.
so he fondled you. Did that
Yeah.
did that involve a funnel and like some KY?
A funnel and some beer.
Oh my God.
You know where we went?
No, you're gonna tell me
To
though.
the Never-Ending Story Ranch. With
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
With Michael Jackson.
What the hell's that
Yeah.
other place? Netherworld. I don't know.
Neverland.
Neverland.
Yeah. You never
I
tell
know
what
that,
happened
okay?
on. Yeah. You never told what happened on his land.
Exactly.
And this will be your room, and this will be my room.
And then look. Okay, let's look at facts. People can say whatever they want. Corey Feldman. Look how screwed up he.
Oh yeah.
Right. He hung out with him. Macaulay Culkin.
That dude.
I mean, look how screwed up he's become.
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody that's hung out with him has not been
tainted.
Hey, don't talk about the taint.
No, I said tainted. Like
tainted.
Tainted.
Confused me there.
I meant what you thought, but I bailed and came up with the tainted.
I'm telling you, that's just like crazy.
I think it's kind of strange.
You think?
Yeah,
it's kind of
Just a little
strange.
strange, Mike.
Yeah, I think it's kind of strange. I do. Why are people picking on me on Facebook? Shut up. All of
Because
them.
you are who
God.
you are.
Okay, look, Messenger is for important stuff, not you just freaking insulting me. God.
Yeah, because if you're gonna insult him, please call when you
Do it live.
Oh my God!
Uh-oh.
Yes, please call in.
Okay, so let's go back to something real quick. This is important too. All right. So you're running for tax commissioner.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what does a tax commissioner do?
Tax commissioner collects
He-
taxes.
He's a tax man.
It a collect tax.
Kind of like Sheriff of Nottingham.
Are you going to do this the whole time?
Yes, of course. That's why I
Okay.
loaded it
all
up.
right. Collects taxes and submits them to the state.
Okay. Oh, come on.
That time.
Thank you.
Okay, now when you say collect taxes,
Yes.
though, it makes it sound like you're like calling people, going, "Hey, you got to pay your taxes."
No, when every year you have to pay your home property tax, and then when you purchase a vehicle, you pay your ad valorem tax,
Okay.
and the tax commissioner is responsible for ensuring that happens.
Okay, so like it's a digital thing to an account that you oversee.
Pretty much, yes.
Hey, man, you hear that?
Yeah, my property taxes went up this year. You be glad you're not my tax commissioner.
Okay, now are you over the tax assessors?
No, the tax assessors are actually separate, believe it or not.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's kind of
It's kind of stupid.
weird how it's set
It's
up,
kind
but
of
yeah.
stupid.
Sorry. Well, because listen, people.
Well, don't hold back, Scotty.
Look, okay,
No,
we're gonna have this conversation. So people want to believe, oh, well, there's rules. Okay, you have to dumb stuff down for people. That if you're the tax guy, you should be involved. Oh, that's right, with the taxes.
Right. Exactly.
So if 99% of the people assume that the tax commissioner is involved with the taxes on their house,
Exactly.
maybe you not you.
I know.
I'm speaking in general.
I know.
If you're the tax commissioner, maybe you should be involved with the taxes on my damn house. Because let me tell you something. On the letter that came to my house, it has the effing tax commissioner's name on
Exactly.
it. If
Yep.
your name is
Are you
on this,
serious?
if your name's on this piece of paper, you should be the one responsible for it. But no, they want to say the tax assessor's office.
is.
And they want to say that it's the tax commission, the commissioners who do the voting on if your taxes are going to go up. So let me get this right. The tax commissioner is just the name on that piece of paper. He absolutely has nothing to do with the taxes on my house because the assessor's office is who justifies it. And the commissioners of your town are the people that say to this guy, raise the taxes. And the tax commissioner gets victimized because his damn name's on it.
Victimized. I love it.
I mean, look, it is what it is.
I really think the tax commissioner could be a little more involved than really they are. I mean, and
could be,
could be,
should be,
and will be,
but it is
will
not.
be in New County.
I feel so bad because our tax commissioner is such a nice guy.
Really.
And people just hate him based on taxes. It's not even his call. You know what he is? He's the fall guy.
Right.
He is the Ollie North.
He is the guy that they just all point at. Because it's on the piece of paper.
How do you change that, Casey? Seriously. How do you change that?
It'll have to be at a county level, really, because it's just the way it's traditionally been set up is there's 3 constitutional officers in the state of Georgia. It's the tax commissioner, the probate judge, and the sheriff.
Wow. Okay.
So those are the 3 that are those are the 3 that are elected positions. Which people ought to say, who cares who's in those positions? Well, it actually doesn't matter at some point,
right?
Oh
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would.
It does matter.
But now this money that you're collecting, it has the state dictated your contribution?
No, this is the county commissioner set up, like Scotty said, the millage rate. The county commissioner set it up. Say this is what your house is worth. This is what you're going to be taxed on it. And the tax commissioner's responsibility for collecting those taxes and sending the taxes to the state.
Now, what happens? Okay, so I'm sure that's probably millions and millions of dollars. Right. Okay, so what happens if they say, "Hey, you're supposed to," just using some numbers here. You're supposed to.
Yeah, no fact checking.
Yeah, you're supposed to be giving
just
us
randomness.
$20 million, and you only give them $17 million.
Well, that's when you get into that's where the tax commissioner comes up to the legal part of when you start doing tax liens on homes and start taking.
And you're in charge of that?
Yes.
Oh, geez, that's got to be.
And that's where the tax commissioner really gets the,
Oh, yeah, dude.
shorted of
and you're such a nice guy, I just can't see you doing that. But it's the job.
It's the job.
It's the job.
I mean, like I said, I've been at Hebrew Resources for 20 years. Everybody says you're so nice, but, I could flip a switch at any moment if I have to.
Hebrew Resources, is that making pyramids?
Stuffy nose.
Mike.
Whatever.
If I felt better, I'd come on there.
Tax people are like giant, eerie, scary.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're so nice right in front of you. And then as soon as they walk out, they get on the phone and go, put a lien on something. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't own anything. So neener.
Well,
what are you going to do?
You're in Rockdale County. That's okay.
Yeah.
So don't move to Newton.
Yeah. What if I do? What if I do?
I'll track you down.
All right. So you got him on record. Now the elected official. So do you? God, I'm a little confused here. I guess you work more with the commissioner,
correct,
than like the sheriff or the probate, right?
Yes.
Did you say probate judge?
Yeah, probate judge. Yeah.
Okay.
And technically, even though they don't answer to the commissioners per se, they're more
lateral.
They're more diagonal to the right.
Probably. That's probably the truth.
That's probably the best way to look at it. They're not answering directly to, but unfortunately, y'all are the do boys.
Right. Whatever the commissioners decide, that's what you got. I mean, that's what you're.
You know what it is? It's let's just put it in common sense. You and Steph do whatever I say, even though you don't want to.
Well, I mean, I understand how leadership.
No, but we're doing a radio show. I'm trying to make sure people listening kind of grab the reality of what we're trying to say.
He looks confused over there.
Here,
I know, because he's like, I don't listen to you.
Well, the reason why I'm confused is, who do the tax assessors work for?
There's actually a tax assessor lead person that,
and who does he report to?
The county commissioners.
County commissioners.
Wow, man!
Everything goes to county commissioners.
Well, why do you think the chairman's position was such a huge deal?
I'm not going to lie. I don't.
See it.
I don't study this level of politics.
Right. Well,
mine is at a
but
level.
This is why I tell everybody, okay.
That vote is important.
It's very important.
The United States presidency does mean a lot. Don't get me wrong, but it only affects you so much.
Right.
Your everyday, for instance, when I lived in Gwinnett County, I couldn't tell you anything happened in Gwinnett County. I partied. I worked in every other county but my own county. I just lived in Gwinnett County. But I was always working in other counties, so I didn't pay attention. And Gwinnett County is good. I mean, I never had problems with Gwinnett, so I didn't have to pay attention. I just let it go. I moved to this county, and that's about the time I start realizing, wait a minute, everything that I do is roughly Rockdale, Newton, Walton, Henry, but my heavy percentage of my life, I don't even leave Rockdale. No. 2-3 days out of the week, I don't even leave Rockdale. Mm-hmm. So what you don't realize as a human being, a resident of where you live, is 90% of your life is affected by where your home's planted.
And that's the big thing we try to push too, because a lot of people go in and vote for president and they don't go down the ticket.
And they don't go down the ticket and vote anything else. And what affects you, what really affects your daily life is your local politics.
And I always tell everybody to start with like a pyramid from top down. Is your top pyramid is your polarized Democrat, Republican. As you get closer to the bottom, it doesn't matter the letter behind your name.
Yeah,
because a lot of times that's on the local level. We have completely different views from the upper party, because it's like a pyramid. It starts, it goes up.
Yeah, it gets.
I mean, look, your local stuff. Well, and the reason I'm gonna bring this up, Gwinnett County did a thing where they chose one trash service to kind of mimic DeKalb County, and people kind of were going, except it's not county trash. It's an independent trash company that has all of Gwinnett County. And everybody said, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. You shouldn't force people to use one trash company. Well, the reason I agree with it, one, is my street won't have every day 2 or 3 different trash companies coming down and, trashy trash trucks like that leak stuff all in our roads and that kind of stuff. So I thought it was a great idea when Gwinnett County did it. I am ready for Rockdale to do that. I'm ready for Rockdale to say, listen, one, we need to figure out which one, but one. And see, now Newton County is getting rid of their little trash compactor areas, your little places. Right. So now some of my friends are going, man, now I got to get a trash service, which sucks, because some of my people that are just like one man and one woman, they don't have kids. Literally, they can just go drop a trash bag off once a week. So now they're like, crap, now I got to pay for trash. But the hopeful thing that can happen is, because him and his neighbor share a driveway, they should pile up. They should combine one trash service and just one pay at one time and one pay at the next time. That would be smart for them. Things like that. But that's your local government, and people don't pay attention. If you don't pay attention, again, I had somebody say, man, we love watching your videos, but you're a little harsh, sometimes with the county stuff, but you are doing it for our best interest. I mean, there's several people talked to me about my videos yesterday. The point is if nobody is speaking up, then that means you are all sheep and you're doing what you're told. You might as well have Hitler telling you, today you get bread, tomorrow you get a sip of water. If you're not paying attention to what your local government's doing, you will be treated like garbage yourself. You better pay attention to where you live. Sorry, my rant for the moment.
Yeah. Now, okay, I know who the tax commissioner is here in Rockdale County, but so I'm not really familiar with Newton County. So I just want to talk about Newton County. Now, is there a lot of visibility for that office?
Well,
now I'm not talking about negative, because it's taxes. I mean,
right. I mean, the thing is, Newton County's had a tax commissioner who's been there multiple terms. And anybody knows me, I'm huge on term limits. I don't think anybody should be in office for a career.
That you are so on point with that. Term limits. Come on.
Well, and that's, for instance, I'm not going to point out this particular person's position in our county, but there's this one lady that's been in this county for years and years and years. And a phone call was made, and as Scott, as a person, but I brought up the fact that I am a radio personality, and because of me being in the media, I feel that what this person wanted me to do couldn't be fair. It just couldn't be fair. My point of view is my point of view, and this person didn't believe who I was. So here's the problem that we find. So this person who has a career, and everybody in the town knows her, 50% of them love her, 50% of them just deal with her. But the people that love her are people in positions. So this person goes to the county computer, starts looking through the internet to find who I am on my website. So now she's on the internet looking up all my personal information, finding out who I am. So now you've taken your position, you used a county computer to do your personal stuff, not county stuff, personal stuff. She finds out who one of my sponsors are. Then when she punches the clock and leaves her job that day and she's sitting somewhere, she walks over to one of my sponsors that she knows and starts asking about, and well, let me word it this way. When she asks my sponsor about me, she calls me by my first name. My sponsor didn't know who she was talking about. And then when she said my last name, she goes, well, I know a DJ Scottie. She goes, yeah, that's him. And starts asking stuff that's personal type stuff. You just used a county computer to access the internet to personally search for information about me. Now you take the information that you know from the county level and the personal level that you acquired from the county information. Then you go on your personal objective to try to slander me to a sponsor. You stepped out of you. I should have sued. I could have.
Yeah,
I could have sued. I could have, should have, would have.
Yeah, but then you're stooping to that level.
But I'm stooping to that level, right. Which right now, even discussing it kind of stoops to that level. Well, my point is you shouldn't have you can't be the Aunt B of this county. No. You should never be there that long.
No.
Well, I mean, wouldn't a professional, and you know, my background, really, I got some retail background, but for the most part is military. And one of the rules that, let's say, the Georgia National Guard came up with is if you get promoted, you get transferred.
Right.
And there's a reason for that. It gives the ability to, but see, the system has to work. It gives the ability to spread leadership characteristics, traits, ethos, morals, all this stuff out.
Right.
That way you don't have one unit that's doing crazy good because it's got all the people. You spread it out. So as a professional, this individual should just step down.
Right.
Don't take ownership of something that you shouldn't be owning.
Exactly. Well, you know, you talk about retail. You know, I worked in retail for a long time as well, and you got 3 years in one store.
Yeah.
They moved you.
Yes. And there's a reason for that.
Right.
It's not because you're doing bad.
No.
You know, they used to move me around to take care of all the stores that were screwed up because I would go in there and it wasn't, you know, retail business. If you're good, it's not Monday through Friday. Right. So, I mean, I'm asking you, is tax commissioner a Monday through Friday job?
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's really not. I mean, you know, because there's so many. I mean, you really have to be involved in the community too. I mean, that's the whole issue right now is, you know, the current tax commissioner has been there so long. I mean, she's 31 years in the office. 4 terms is actually the commissioner. So, I mean, you know, getting out there and getting involved in the public and, you know, letting people know who you are. That's been one of my biggest gripes is people don't know what a tax commissioner's office does. We need an education program on just what the tax commissioner's office does.
Well, I agree. Okay.
You know,
well, I just opened the letter on Friday, and in big bold letters it says who my tax guy is, and he's not the one responsible for the taxes on my house. Okay. So I'm pissed about my taxes being more than they should. But who do I call? Right. Because you can't call him, even though his name's on the piece of paper. Right. That's not who's responsible.
That is so messed up.
You know what that is? Smoke and mirror misdirect.
Okay,
send the sheriff of Nottingham to collect the money, but it's not the sheriff's fault that he's coming for the money. Call Robin Hood.
Let me ask you this, okay? I see that you have an associate's degree in accounting,
yes,
which taxes you better, right? You have a bachelor's in human resources, yes, so you understand the structure. And then, man, you've got all my prompts, your master's. I'm working on mine. It's insanely incredible hard.
It is.
And that's in compliance law.
Correct.
Let me ask you a question. Is there any way that you could talk to the educational folks over in Newton County and teach, or just go in one time and teach younger high school students about the tax assessor?
Ooh, pardon me.
You know, it's funny.
Oh my God. It sounded like something underwater.
It did, because I didn't even open my mouth.
Oh my goodness.
It was a weird burp. I was just like, I have my mouth closed and my teeth going like,
oh my God.
Those gurgles.
Yeah,
it did.
Sounded like something a wow would do.
Yeah, man.
All right, so let's get back.
Sorry about that.
I'm real big on this.
Tension breaker.
I think that the sheriff should do a class to high school students about what do you do when you get pulled over. I swear.
I really think there should be a life. This is funny because I've said this for probably 15 years. There should be a life class taught in high school. Talks about what goes on outside of just the textbook. You know what I mean? How do you balance your textbook?
Well, they used to do that.
How do you file your taxes? What to do if you're pulled over? All this stuff. You know that
they don't do it now.
They don't know.
You know what they do now? They pass stuff out, or they give it to you on your iPad.
Yep.
That's it.
1 year before you graduate, you go through this life class so that you know to make a doctor's appointment. This is what you do.
Here's what to expect on the outside.
You know, a friend of mine
almost like prison release.
It really is.
Yeah, a friend of mine wrote a book my first day at college. And it was all about that kind of stuff. How to take care of your own, how to take care of your student loan money. Now, see, my son just got kicked out of Southern Poly up in Kennesaw State.
And the way he says it, my son just got kicked out.
Because you know
too much?
what? No,
You would think.
No. I think
He nerded too much.
Well, there was like a scam that went on with the student loan thing. Now, I gave him the option before he went to school. Would you like me to help you with your student loan stuff? Okay. Would you like your mom to help you? Would you like your sister, his older sister? Now, this is what happened. He said, Dad, I want to do it on my own. And so what happened was his sister jumped in there and said, I'm going to be on the account too, just in case. Well, now she's telling me that she's letting him borrow money. He spent all his school money. So he probably blew it. Now, my son is probably the most responsible kid in the world. But you know what? You're not going to take a 19-year-old that has, you know, he's a good Christian kid and all that other stuff, and give him thousands of dollars
and not expect him to buy hookers and crack cocaine
and let him live.
It's like Amish paradise.
You know, I mean, Southern Poly, the environment is video games, music. It's almost liberal artish, you know.
Right.
These guys in the day rooms, they don't have chairs or tables. It's all bean bags and little things you put on your lap to hold your Mountain Dew or your Monster, your wireless mouse, you know. So I think, you know, he didn't accept any help and he didn't accept any guidance.
Right.
Okay. So you know why? Is because he just saw that his dad helping or mom helping instead of the reality of the matter.
Well, I mean, I think for me, I've got a 22-year-old, you know, and, you know, I think we babied them way too much. Honestly.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I think every kid should be thrown into the world of construction.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And let them learn.
Well, you know, I've always
let them learn to be cussed at, told to go pick up that and shovel that.
Here's my idea. The world according to Military Mike. Here's the deal. You have 1 year to get into college after high school. If you're not in college, you're doing 4 years. That's conscript, but you know what? Everybody, if done correctly, everybody that does 4 years in the military will come out at least a buck sergeant, at least 3 stripes. You see what I'm saying? Now, here's what happens is you don't have anything on your collar. Then you have one little mosquito wings, one little stripe. You ain't nothing. Believe me, that's just a $20 increase in pay. Then the next one is a private first class. This is when you start to get leadership task. Okay. Then you're a specialist, E4. All right. Now they have what's called the E4 mafia, and these guys watch over each other. It's nothing bad, but it's just grouping. And they say, hey, you're part of the E4 mafia now. You're going to wear your uniform right. You're going to shine, you know, they don't shine boots anymore, but you get what I'm talking about. All right. So then once they make E5, the pay jumps considerably. You can make a living, but they have sergeant stripes and guaranteed they're going to be in some type of leadership role. So after 4 years, a lot of them will decide to stay and be a career. Or if they get out, look what you get. After 4 years, you get somebody who is physically fit. You get somebody who has already been assessed by doctors. So you see what I'm saying? Is if they had something wrong, I'm just going to go with nutrition. If somebody is a poor eater, they already had nutritional help and they have an understanding, at least a basic understanding when they get out. The other way is if kids go to college. Okay. So if they go to college, look, I understand an associate degree is important. Mine, I never really went for an associate, but the way I did it was when I went for my bachelor's, about 2/3 of the way, I said, what classes do I have to take to get my associates? It was like 4 more classes.
Right.
And it's all the same stuff, aviation. So it's just like, it was very redundant. So bam, got the associates, bam, got the bachelor's. Okay. And now I'm using my post 9/11 GI Bill to pay for my master's. Here's the problem is that if I didn't have the post 9/11 GI Bill, I wouldn't be going for my master's. You know,
it's expensive.
I'm paying $90,000 for a degree I'll never use. I'm just doing it to do it. Right.
Right.
Well, let's look at a kid in high school. If the tax assessor came in, tax commissioner came in, they're all going to go, oh, the tax commissioner. But Casey, you don't look like the normal everyday corporate or
No.
county government guy.
No, and
You got spiked hair. You're funny. You got nose. Now I don't.
Fun to be again.
Yes, absolutely. I don't understand. One, I don't understand how that position can be held as long as this other person. And I don't know.
Right.
I don't know male or female or whatever. So I'm just saying that position. How in the world can that position be maintained by someone who was doing it in the 1990s?
Right. It changes. I mean,
oh
everything
my God,
changes.
yeah.
Everything changes. I mean, and you got to connect with the people in your, the people that live there.
And I think Newton County's changed a little bit in 20 years.
Yes, Newton County's changed, especially when once Baxter Shire came in. A lot of out of town folks have come in. So the county's not like none of the counties around here are like they used to be.
Oh God,
None
no.
of them.
I mean, I was in Rockdale County 20 plus years ago, and
I was born and raised here.
Really, yeah. I was in Rockdale County, and I got out of the military the first time in 1991, right after Desert Storm. And when I came to Rockdale County, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Then I moved away again. Then I came back. Then I moved away again. And then I was out of country for a couple of years, and I came back, and things had changed tremendously.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it wasn't just the county. The economic backslide that occurred while I was gone, 2008, 2009, 2010, I was out of the country. And I had heard of the bad things that were happening. But when I came back in 2010, I went to visit I was dating this girl. She lived up near Lake Lanier. I left her house one night. She was a teacher. I left her house one night about 11, 12 o'clock at night, and I was low on gas. All the gas stations were closed.
At Lake Lanier?
The economic depression that occurred, Walmarts were closed. You see what I'm saying? Everybody was closing up at 10 o'clock at night. Now, granted, it's getting back. So just to go along full story with what I'm talking about, how much has Newton County changed in the last 20 years?
I mean, I moved to Newton in 90. First, I moved to Newton in 96. I moved back to Conyers actually in 99 and moved back to Newton. Conyers 98, back to Newton in 99. So just the whole area. I mean, there's so much growth, in Rockdale and Newton.
Yeah, man.
Now, how does all that grow? Like when a new business comes in, are you involved in the taxes that they pay?
No, unfortunately, but I really think
that's why I laugh, because
involved.
It's just like just like my bus. Before, my bus was just an RV. The tax office told me to go get it titled. I had to have the cop come out there and verify now it's an RV, and we got it all done. And I went to go pay for my tag last year, and it was huge increase. And they tried to go, well, it's a bus. I went, it's an RV. Well, it's a bus. I went, you see right here on the title? Y'all had me go get a cop. Y'all titled it. Y'all are the ones that made me do it. Y'all titled it. And they go, well, but it's gross vehicle weight. And I'm like, it's not a bus anymore. It's an RV. And I just had to fight with them. And then this year, I'm going to fight with them again.
Okay, so how involved are you in like the tags?
Or the tag thing has changed,
tremendously.
Because used to you paid your birthday tax, everybody called it, which you don't do that anymore. I mean, there's very few people out there who still do that. Most all that's collected on the front end from the dealerships now. Okay. So when you buy a vehicle, that they're responsible for turning that in. Right. You pay your $20 tag, administrative fee, kind of deal now every year.
Just fun.
Just for fun. Good morning.
Morning.
What's happening?
What's going on with you guys?
This is it.
You know who this is, right, Mike? Say his name.
No.
Say his name, Mike.
No.
Say his name.
Say my name. Say my name.
Do it, Mike.
I'm not doing it. No,
say his name, Mike.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. No. No.
You're scared, aren't you? So what's going on? This is the Jagged Edge, everybody.
No, everything's good. First of all, before I get into what I wanted to get into, I know we got an interesting conversation this morning, and I just wanted to find out what we're talking about so old Jagged can give his opinion.
Well, we were discussing our friend Casey's sitting here, and he's running for tax commissioner for Newton County, and we're talking about how funny, but
it's
not funny, but not funny. So my letter comes in. It says this is what you owe for your taxes on your house, and it says in big bold black letters, from my tax commissioner.
Why it's got to be black?
But he is not the one responsible for it. It's
So who's
funny.
responsible for it?
His name's on it, but he has nothing to do with the taxes on my house.
The tax assessors.
The tax assessors, and then they answer to the commissioners. So the tax commissioner, he just happens to be the poor guy that gets his name on it and gets yelled at.
Does he get a cut of the money?
No.
No.
You sure? Check
No.
his bank account.
Hey, I got to say this though, real quick. The Jagged Edge is he's a moderate to below
Oh
moderate
my
wrestler.
God, Mike! He will whoop you.
Oh,
And look, he's a very smart guy. I mean, he's a very intelligent guy. He's moderate to below moderate wrestler though.
Moderate to below
Oh,
moderate
Ooh,
wrestler.
somebody's not
Mike,
that
let me
easy.
stop you right there. Let me stop you right there, and I want you to take
Wow.
moderate to mid-level wrestlers don't wrestle for 20 years, been all over the world, and then at the apex of his career got enough nerve to put his mind and his body through a match that I believe that you may not ever, for the likes, if you don't show up Saturday night, you won't ever see it again. The only way to win this match, you got to zip your man up in the body bag, which means he's got to be totally incapacitated, out of it, or dead. Now, I know the tax commissioner is there. I hope he's not friends with the sheriff, because at the end of Saturday night, I'm going to put an end to Francisco Chiasso. So I'm telling you, he's a dead man walking, and Saturday night, I'm going to take care of all that, which means that I might be committing murder.
Well, why are you worried? There's
That's
not
in Lawton County, right?
Yeah, there's
No,
not,
this is Newton County.
Oh,
it's not a
Newton
death
County?
tax. or
Hey,
anything.
wait. Which one is this one this
It's
time?
just
This is Monroe, Georgia.
Monroe.
Okay,
Well,
because they've got
yeah.
one that's going to be coming up. Oh, December. It's someone in December. It's going to be in Newton County.
Now, that's going to be the fundraiser
Yes.
for New Rock Prep Sports Academy.
That's
but
right.
this Saturday night, Monroe, Georgia, you got a dead man walking match. Francisco Chiasso. See,
That's what
and
it
I'm
is.
really not
Stephanie usually
concerned
keeps
about
up with
that.
it.
I'm not
He
concerned
called in
about
last
that
week.
because, see, Francisco is tad bit on the racist side because last time he was in Monroe, he hung me. You know, you don't lynch a
That's
black
right.
man in 2016.
Apparently
and
you
not get the
do.
job done. I'm still breathing. Neck's a little sore, but that's okay. He told the folk of Monroe, Georgia, the next time he see Jagged, he'll be walking out in a body bag. Now, I don't know how I'm going to walk out.
I don't know either. I want to see
I'd
this.
like to see that.
That shows the intelligence of Francisco.
Did he mean to say
Chiasso.
body condom? Because
No, he meant a body bag. He wants to put the end to old Jagged. So this week is going to be the celebration of life for old Jagged, just in case, you know, because I got life insurance in case shit happens.
yeah,
Just in case something happens come Saturday night, we're going to celebrate the life of Jagged Edge all week long. So, Mike, that means I know you in the Army. I feel sorry for you. But we might get that drink of beer before the week's over with.
So after this, you're done wrestling.
That's if he can zip me up in a body bag and have me take care of it out the arena. That's a big if, Mike. If my
So
mama
after
was a
this,
man-
after
if
this,
my
you're
mama
done
was a
wrestling.
man-
Oh.
So what you're saying is this is like a goodbye speech.
If that's the way you want to call it, Mike, I've had people count me out before, but those folk go 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So
They
that
count
means
like
they
Mike,
really
too.
don't know how to count.
that's right.
Maybe they're just trying to get rid of you quicker.
It's not gonna happen, Mike. Why don't you just show up? I'll pay for your ticket.
It's like
You can spend
$3.
Well,
can
Mike
spend a
gets the
little time-
senior
You can
discount.
spend a little time. You can spend a little
$2.75.
time with old Jagged in the locker room.
That's right.
Oh,
What does
whoa,
that
Wait
mean?
a minute.
You can go see him the
I'll
way
let-
I did.
Wait. Jagged, are you hitting on me?
I'll let you shine up the belt once I zip
Hey.
Francisco up.
We do
That's
want to
not
get down
a-
there and have
Let's make
interviews.
this a political thing. Invite the tax commissioner too, so he can collect some of that money. Let's just do this right.
There's got to be a death tax, right?
There's got to be. Now, as long as the tax commissioner not walking around talking about grabbing her by her stuff, we can hang out. Is he famous? Because you know, if he's famous, he can do that kind of stuff. Is he famous? Is he rich?
Mike ain't
Oh, I'm
famous, and
famous.
he does it all the time.
I am famous. Just ask me.
The problem is when Mike grabbed her, she's going, "Give me my cookies back."
Yeah, man. Don't offer me cookies and take them away.
That's
man.
right.
Piss me
Is
off.
Stephanie in there?
No, she wasn't able to make it in today.
Okay. Well, listen, I just wanted to stop in and just say hello. And like I said, celebration of life. You might hear from me a little bit later this week or every day this week. I might just pop in. Who knows? This may be the last time you see Jagged, or this may be the beginning of a lot of times you see Jagged.
Man,
it'll never be the end.
I would gladly pay for the 4 part of that.
Whatever. There's never going to be an end here.
I know.
Mike, there's not enough money that shut old Jagged up completely that you can pay. I told you a long time ago, I'm the type of person you can't melt a person down and pour him on me. So now, bro, I don't know what's up Francisco's crawl, but we're going to get it out come Saturday night.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a relatively intelligent guy, and I don't have a clue what the hell you just said.
Who said that? Tax commissioner?
No,
it was tax commissioner.
Tax commissioner did not say. No, that was Mike.
The tax commissioner and you're a big sissy.
Shut up, Mike.
Yeah, you should be called a dull edge.
Shut up, Mike.
Yeah, that was totally Mike's mess.
You know, have you ever noticed, Scotty, that Mike sits behind the mic? He runs his mouth.
My
when
job.
Jagged comes into the studio, he's afraid to move.
Nah.
And anytime Jagged invites him out, Mike always has something else to do. A military ball. He's got to judge a beauty contest.
Water my goldfish.
Bingo.
Anything is more important.
Yeah.
He's got to do something. He's got to do something instead of being one-on-one with the Jagged Edge. So Mike, as RuPaul tells his girls, sashay away.
Man.
Sashay away. Mike.
Jagged Edge.
He got you, Mike.
Keep your mouth closed.
Jagged.
Sashay away.
Jagged. Why are you quoting RuPaul?
Well, he was talking in a language you would understand.
You don't.
Right.
Hey, and those little skimpy little leotards, you don't like tuck and roll.
You're from the Army, Mike. I understand that you're used to drag race shows on Army compounds. I dig it.
That's
I was
right.
on Fort Belvoir, Virginia for a while. We beat everybody up and drank beer every night.
What branch were you in?
United States Marine Corps is not a word. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Okay, all right, no problem.
I
won't use such big words anymore.
You're never
I will talk slowly.
You know what sound crap makes when it hits a fan?
I was Marine.
So, I mean, you guys were on the boats to give those nice
Mike,
Navy guys somebody to dance with, wasn't it?
We already talked about this. We know Army simply means aren't ready to be Marines yet. Yeah. So let's just
first in, last out, because you guys never had any transportation.
Leave it where it is, unless you join Francisco come Saturday night and you help him out in the ring. Maybe I can zip both of you up in the body.
Maybe Mike will show up and at least be a sideline coach.
Special guest referee.
He was supposed to do that once before.
Out of all of this stuff that he's saying, the only thing that makes sense is I always have something better to do than to go watch wrestling.
That's because you're scared.
He's scared like a chicken.
Why would I be scared? Why would I be scared?
You're scared.
I'm just scared to go watch it. God, I'd rather watch Hulu and chill with myself.
That sounds like a personal problem.
It sounds like what he already does.
I'd rather Netflix and chill with myself. You need to sit
down and talk to somebody about chilling with yourself and playing Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Hulu is like Netflix.
Yeah.
You're hula hooping, you're working your hips.
That's exactly the right.
You know what Hulu is? It's like Netflix. Oh, wait, you don't have cable. Never mind.
Oh, my God.
You Netflix and chill with yourself, Mike?
Absolutely.
That's exactly right, with an ice cube.
Absolutely. Yeah, and do not lie, you do too.
No, I don't even watch Netflix, Mike.
Oh, so you just chill by yourself?
I don't ever chill by myself, Mike. If it's that, I have the pick of whatever I want to hang out with, Mike. Can you say the same?
He picks what he hangs out with too. He picks it out of his belly button.
Now I'm really scared.
It's called lint and Cheeto dust.
He gets to pick his friends, and the people that you picked, I have questions about.
You're going all off subject here.
I know. That's I'm about to. I got to do a commercial, so I was just trying to get my shots in.
You're going all off circle here. The purpose. What I want you to do, Mike, is make some time to come out Saturday night.
Yeah, man. Tell again exactly everybody where it is, what time.
It's Monroe, Georgia. The Noel Rec Center is going to be 7 p.m. Now, it's not just about Jagged. It's not just about the casket match. You got Odinson to be in the house. You got Michael Judas, TNA star. He'll be in the house taking on Techi Mikuchi for the heavyweight championship, the Southern Fried Heavyweight Championship. Fred Yehi is going to be there. We're going to have some ladies there too. So it's going to be a great card all the way up and down the card. But just to top it off, this may be the last time, and I say this because I've been in a lot of situations in my life before. But and we have talked about it on several times. It may be the time that the gas tank is empty. But before I just go ahead and say it's empty, we're gonna run it until the wheels fall off. So this Saturday night, you come out and you see old Jagged take on Francisco Chiazzo in a body bag match. It's never happened in Monroe before. And the only way to win this match is to take your opponent, put him in a body bag, and zip it up to the top.
That's just the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
That's where a man becomes a man, Mike. If I can take you and lock you up in the body bag, and if you do not fight to get out, that means that you have just conceded your manhood to old Jagged Edge.
There you go.
Wow.
See, you got lost when you said manhood. It reminded Mike of the church summer retreat. You kind of worried him there.
This one time at band.
That's right. All right, brother. Well, we got to see off the commercial. Thanks for calling in. I look forward. And try to hit us back up during the week, too. We're on Monday, so hit back up during the week and plug it again.
Will do.
All right, brother.
Care.
Have a good day.
Good luck.
You too.
Bye-bye.
May the force be with you.
He's going to get you, Mike. He's going to get you.
It's going to happen.
Hey, we got to shoot off the commercial, everybody. We'll be right back.
Thank God I got to clear out my ears.
Hey, when we get back, read what my wife had put in that message about how she just went to vote and how some things don't look right on the vote. But you could probably read it and it sound better than I.
They're always doing that crap. Found a hat that I like. Oh, jeez. I love Rogue America. It's a baseball cap. I don't know if you like Rogue America stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. See, I like the flag on the side instead of the front, because everybody's got it on the front.
Yeah.
We started that shit with our glints. You ever seen a glint American flag? But it's Velcro like that. But when a light hits it, it reflects. But other than that, it's dark. Yeah.
What did she post, Scotty?
It's in that chat.
Oh,
chat. Yeah, scroll up a few minutes. Scroll back, however you want to word it. 9:31. Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. That's her.
I can't wait until this election's over.
Oh, she's talking about getting rid of the Judicial Review Committee. First Amendment is about taking away control.
Dr. Incaresa.
Writing on the for you guys.
Yeah.
I need a nap.
He's wanting to come on the show. I'm trying to stay away from, like, we're having politics a little during these conversations, but I'm not really bringing politics on the show right now. But I've got a guy running for Senate too that wants to be. I mean, like, so it's hard to.
Victor.
Yeah. So it's I'm voting him. I'm voting him in.
Come on my show.
He rides. He supports a lot of what we do. And
you want to come on the same time?
Yeah, I love
Victor. Hey, you want to talk?
yeah,
about
you
Victor?
can get
Next
Victor on.
Monday, and then Casey will be here too. So
Yeah, that'd be
we'll,
awesome.
We'll behave ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
Like,
so
ready?
we'll behave.
He's running against Hank Johnson.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, let's do it.
And everybody talks about Hank Johnson. Look, I've been in a room with him one time. I didn't get a great anything vibe. I don't know the man, but I didn't get a great vibe off of him either.
yeah.
You know,
No, I don't. Yeah. I don't.
he's another one of them ones. It seems like he's been there so
He's been there
long.
too long.
Yep.
I just there's you know what? It has nothing to do with the person.
It has nothing to do with the person. Let's go. All right, everybody, we're back. I put the creep song on for Mike.
Huh?
Why?
So I creep through the bushes until the security light
Hey,
comes on,
hey,
and I creep
Hey, I want to personally thank Ivy Gonzalez for yesterday. She sang the national anthem and did an amazing job.
Yeah, man.
She sang that thing with a wireless microphone in a pavilion, and it sounded
You make it sound like all pathetic. She sang in a pavilion on she sang on a $800 microphone in a pavilion, and it did sound amazing, by the way. But you downplayed it like it was so nothing.
What?
Nothing. I'm picking on you, Mike.
You
Keep
turned
going.
it around to be about your expensive microphone.
Yeah, you were making it sound like she was just singing in on this ghetto microphone in this pavilion.
I was proud, man.
That pavilion over there is awesome, though. Yeah. I mean, that was one of the best things I think they ever did over there.
Now, if you could just rent it, worth the crap.
Yep.
How do you rent that? Just out of curiosity.
To me, they make it way. As a resident of the county, I shouldn't. It just sucks. I don't even want to get on that conversation because I start yelling.
You have to pay for it?
Yes.
How much?
A lot.
Tell me.
No.
Tell me.
No.
Come on.
It's so much you don't see we've ever rented it, do you?
How much?
I just said I ain't going to talk.
I'll look it up.
Go look it up.
I'll look it up.
I suggest you fact check. You don't know how to.
Talking about fact check, Alex's show, Polytech, will be on, let's see, it's going to be on at 8 o'clock tonight, but he's going to be talking about the Supreme Court justice. Now, I think he's talking about the Supreme Court and where it's going, but I know I'm going to be calling in to ask about Scalia. When I was growing up, Scalia was kind of like the, I had two to pick from, Clarence Thomas to follow or Scalia, and I followed Scalia. So I know a lot about him, and it's really unfortunate how we're not finding out anything about his death. So I'm going to call in Polytech night and see if I can pick Alex and Danny's brain on that one. 8 o'clock, Facebook, right? Yeah. So that'd be cool. Now, I'm not going to do a show tonight, Casey. Right. The World According to Mike's not going to be on this week. And Scotty, correct me if I'm wrong, but no night shows this week.
No night shows this week. Jacob, he's had some internet issues. He may still do his show because that won't be in our studio.
I know how to fix that. Jacob, pay your bill.
So I'm just I'm going to enjoy the fact this is my wife's vacation week, our anniversary week. We got court with Zay this week, so it's going to be kind of cool. We'll do some morning shows. I am going to warn people. Wednesday I go to court, so Steph, Casey, and Mike will be here Wednesday.
Wow.
I may go out of town Wednesday night or Thursday morning, which would put you three doing a Thursday morning.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's up to you if you want to do Friday.
Oh, yeah. It could get interesting.
Up to you if you want to do Friday.
Well, let's see if we can make
it through.
Let's see if we can make it Friday. Now, early voting.
Steph's going to have to come and help try to take care of my dog and stuff. I'll have to reach out to her about that, but she's usually pretty good about that.
If your dog dies while you're gone, are you going to be upset?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Because that poor thing.
She's so old at this point.
On her last leg.
I mean, look at her.
Farts a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's
I think it's her intestinal tract giving up.
Wow.
Now, early voting.
I love my dog, you guys. Don't get me wrong. It's just she's had a great life, and she's at that age now.
Yeah, he's got anger issues. So how
did my anger issues have anything to do with this dog?
You're mean to that dog.
Shut up! I mean to you. I'm not mean to my dog.
Are you calling Mike a dog?
I actually like my dog.
Like me too.
No.
Like the brother.
So Casey, read what my wife had posted because I know that's what he's fixing to try to change the subject to, which is where we were going to begin with.
Voting, early voting, today voting in Georgia.
Yes, started today. In Rockdale County, it's at the Board of Elections, and in Newton County, it's over at the Newton County Administrative Building right off the square. There are 4 amendments. I think is what your wife was getting at. Okay. There seems to be 4 amendments that people really don't know too much about, but like, you want me to get through them real quick?
Yeah. That way.
So you have an idea. All right. The first amendment has to deal with the school takeover. That's the one you see a lot of times. It says vote no to Amendment 1. That gives the we'll take away we'll create what they call opportunity school districts. Sorry, I'm trying to. I have a cold.
Yeah, whatever.
It actually create opportunity school districts, which will take away. Shut up, Mike.
Mike, you suck.
Vote no on Amendment 1. All right, Amendment 2. Authorize penalties for sexual exploitation and assessment on adult entertainment to fund children victim services. Mike, yes, vote yes on this one. So all Mike's money goes to help with that. Amendment 3 is abolishing the Judicial Review Commission. Vote no on that because you don't want that to happen.
What is that?
The Judicial Review Commission? That's the one that reviews the judges.
So you don't want to have that?
No, you don't want to abolish it.
I feel.
okay.
Have you read all of them yet?
And
No.
number 4, wait a minute.
Okay.
Number 4 is tax revenue from fireworks to be used in trauma care, fire services, and public safety. Vote yes for that. So it should be no, yes, no, yes. My opinion.
Okay, so
Go
now,
ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
so now go back to a couple of them and let's talk about
Okay.
each one of them.
Okay.
So the first one was what?
The first one has to do with creation.
Yeah, give us the Cliff Notes version.
All right. The first one has to do with the creation of opportunity school districts. Basically, what this one is a school takeover plan would allow the state of Georgia to create an opportunity school district to take over schools deemed chronically failing according to the state rating system.
And what does that mean in English?
Okay.
Wait. The state rates them and then gets to take them over?
That's what I'm
If
asking.
they're chronically, basically, the state would take over from the local boards, local school.
So in
boards.
other words,
Take over the school.
such as this crappy one to the left of me that has too many problems, if it's deemed a horrible school, the state
Chronically
says this is
failing.
what we're going to do.
chronically failing,
Right.
Yeah, then they'll be taken over by the state.
Now, wait, is this a long-term solution to pushing education back to the state level?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and the next
So
one.
basically, it takes away authority
Yes.
from your local government.
Now, okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what they're doing.
The second one, I'm gonna read the cliff notes here. Would create a safe harbor for sexual exploitation children's fund, provide rehabilitative and social services to children who have been sexually exploited. It would draw those funds from additional funds placed on convicted sex traffickers, and an annual $5,000 fee on adult entertainment businesses.
Okay, wait, I got a question.
Okay.
Okay, are there any adult entertainment establishments in Newton County?
No.
So you're not going to make any money there.
No.
You're talking about charging documented sexual offenders
Yes.
a tax, basically.
It looks like additional fines placed on convicted sex traffickers.
Okay, these people are dirt bags
Yes.
and they really don't have anything.
Right.
And then you put them on a register and you're thinking you're going to get more money from them.
So
That does not make any sense at all.
no sense of it.
You know what that's doing?
Yeah, that
That's
sounds.
giving a-
In concept, it sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the
giving
problem is
a
it's-
flu shot to a dead guy.
But what it sounds like too is, I'm gonna flatter you with BS so that you don't know what's happening.
Right.
No,
That's
I
what
know-
that
I know
sound.
what they're
That
keying
sounded
off
like.
of.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna. You know what that sounds like? I'm a dumb redneck and I don't know nothing, so I'm gonna put the flax capacitor on my 4x4 transfer case to make sure that I get to school on time.
No, I mean,
That's what I did. I just threw a bunch of damn words out there to make you believe I know something.
But
I mean-
it sounds like the strip clubs that all get hit the worst because of the $5,000 annual fee.
But is there any strip joints in Newton County?
No.
No, not in
But
Conyers either.
This is amendments. So
I know
this is
where
for the
one in
whole
Conyers
state.
should be
This is
placed.
for the whole state.
Okay. all
These
right.
amendments are for the
If
whole
I had the
state.
money that could
See,
open
I-
a strip
yeah.
club, I know exactly
Yeah,
where to put one.
There are 4 amendments for the whole state.
Completely misunderstood.
Yeah,
I
this is for the
apologize.
whole entire state.
Yeah, because I know right now how much a certain club pays a year, and it's staggering.
So my wife just said she did good, that she thought she was reading all this correctly. But she says this is going to confuse a bunch of the voters.
Yeah, it will. It
And I'm
will.
telling you, well, I tell people all the time, if I want to get out of a conversation, I start just flooding you with a bunch of BS to
Mhm.
confuse you, and you'll shut up and walk away from me.
Well, also they're hitting the soft button, the passion button. You mentioned kids,
Yeah.
Right.
battered children.
Yeah,
People go,
exactly.
"Aw,"
Right.
and then you're saying sex offenders,
It's how, it's
"Ooh,"
how it's written.
and then you're saying strip joints.
Yeah.
Everybody goes,
So I get
and
you,
then they go to the
and then I
club.
go
Yeah.
for the gut shot.
Right.
Okay. So what was the next one?
The third one is actually reform and reestablish the Judicial Qualifications Commission and provide for composition, governance, and powers. Basically,
That
This
was
would
so
allow-
that
yeah,
was so
yeah.
undumbed down
I
that
know,
nobody's
right?
going to know what they just read. Again, we're going to flatter you with a bunch of bull, and you're
Right.
not going to understand what you're listening to. And
Ba-
some dummy will check yes or no
right?
and have
Not-
no idea what they voted
Basically,
on.
Yeah, basically, it abolishes the judicial review system,
Which is what?
which is the system that reviews judges. So if there's a complaint against a judge, it's like this is where it goes to is the judicial review.
So we're going to get rid of that.
That's what.
So
they're-
so
they're
who do
wanting
we
to do.
complain to then?
It will go to state lawmakers
Instead of what?
instead of the judicial,
Which
review
is a
committee.
local board.
Right.
Well, I would say get rid of that because your local board is probably the good old boy system and is going to let the judge get away with whatever. just for friggin' fun.
Just for free. So what's going on?
What's happening?
Not much. So here's my general rule of thumb. 4 amendments. Nobody really, well, most people have absolutely no idea what they're about.
Exactly.
Lived with them.
Yeah.
We've lived with them quite nicely, or we've lived without them, I should say, quite nicely up until now. My rule of thumb is if you don't know what it is and you don't understand it, just vote no.
Exactly.
Err on the side of caution and vote no.
Well, people are going to stupid though. People are going to go ooh and ah and do emotions. They're only going to vote by emotions because they're not going to know what they're reading.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
exactly. They write them and they word them to.
Ooh, this is about sex offenders. I don't want it. Click, and they don't know what they're voting on.
No to Mike.
Yeah, they're thinking, oh, they're going to help our schools without realizing it's going to create some, administrative monstrosity at the state level and rip away control from parents, even more so than it has already.
Right.
Yeah, I said vote no to all 4. That's my advice to everybody. Just vote no to all 4 of them, and
so treat it like a date with Mike and just say no.
God,
just say no.
Get me out of this.
No.
Hey, tonight,
I don't know if I'd say no.
Tonight on Politics, you're talking about the Supreme Court.
Yeah, and here's why. We know that the future of the Supreme Court is up for grabs with the next president.
Absolutely.
There's 1 open seat currently. There are 3 justices. There are 3 justices who are all currently aged over 80. The average age of retirement for a Supreme Court justice is 78.6 years old.
Jesus.
This next president is probably going to get to appoint 4 justices to the Supreme Court.
We're screwed.
And that is the very future of America right there.
Wow.
Plain and simple. That's at least 20 years of legislative agenda. If it's Hillary Clinton, it will be 20 years of legislative agenda coming from the highest court in the land, because we know very well that liberal judges don't weigh law against the Constitution. They weigh law against their own ideology.
Yeah, public opinion, whatnot.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying last week on my that blurb I had about the show I did. Whether I support Donald Trump or not, I'm voting for a legislative agenda, and I'm voting for the Supreme Court. Part and parcel of that is checking the box for Donald Trump. Whether I like him or not, whether I agree with him or not, this election is about so much more than Donald Trump.
Absolutely.
People need to get past the, hello, I am so disgustedly tired of hearing he treated a woman bad.
I could care less.
Well, Bill Clinton did what he did and has continued to do it, and his old lady's okay with it. So, come on, man. She's a crook.
The problem is Donald Trump has the liberal media elite, just against him. And it's their goal to get Hillary elected.
Well, here's the rotten hell.
Goal to get her elected. I hope it backfires.
I really
hope
do.
he wins by a landslide.
Yeah, same here.
I hope that the polls are all wrong and that Republicans are going to be highly motivated, get to the polls, and cast their votes. Right. And that's the key. That's the key. You got to, if you don't like Trump, you got to put that aside, and you have to think about everything else, because this never Trump line of thought is going to cost you 20 years of the Supreme Court.
That's
and you're going to lose a lot. We'll lose the First Amendment, will be gutted. We'll lose the Second Amendment. Well, we won't lose the Second Amendment, but it will be so restricted.
It'll be so restricted,
that we will lose the right to own a gun. Your Fourth Amendment and Fifth Amendment protections will be stripped away from you. We have circuit court judges already making these decisions that are taking away our rights. If we then allow Hillary Clinton to put 4 justices in the Supreme Court, that will solidify it, and that'll be it. That will be the end of America as we know it.
It's like handing her a winning poker hand. She'll have us.
Yep. So yeah, we'll talk about it later. Mike, feel free to call in.
I'll do it.
If you don't have a show this evening, give us a call.
No show this week. No night shows.
And vote no on all 4 amendments.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, have a good day.
See you later.
All right. And look, we're going to start to get out of here in just a second. We are now up to our date. Well, I say date. It's not like a date with Mike, which is
Wow,
I mean,
man. Why do I?
Mike, we love you.
Apparently not.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, man. Jeez.
My name is Casey Durham, and I'm the tax man.
My name is Casey Durham, and I'm the tax man.
I used to love you, Mike. I don't anymore.
That is
What you
awesome,
said.
man.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Here,
So I
Mike.
put myself
I'm gonna
through.
record you. Do your crusty to crown impression.
All right,
All right, don't do it till I give you the finger. You ready? Are you not gonna say anything?
No, I can't talk like him.
He's just learning the laugh.
I'm just
I
working
mean-
on the laugh right now. See,
That's actually pretty good.
Oh,
This is what Mike does in his spare time.
I know, right?
I know
He
what
just
I'm
needs
gonna
to do something like, "Come on, boys and girls,
I
you
know
want
what
some
I'm gonna do.
cookies?"
I used to be able to. You know who could do a mean sideshow Bob was Tyler. Tyler could do an awesome sideshow Bob.
All right, I'm gonna speed it up one time. We're gonna have some fun with this.
Have some fun with me. Go ahead. I don't care. I want to go home and watch a James Bond movie or something.
I'm like, come on, boys and girls. You want some cookies? I used to be able to.
I used to
That
be
was
able to-
way too
That
fast.
was way, yeah.
Freaking scary. All right, so we can vote for you.
Yes.
If you live in
you're
Newton County?
yes.
All right, and tax commissioner.
Tax commissioner.
And
Newton
how
County
long
Tax
is the
I'm like,
current
come on, boys
term?
and girls. You want
4 years.
So you would be doing that for 4 years?
Yes, sir.
Do you mind if I ask how much it pays?
I don't even know.
Yes, you do.
Actually, I don't.
Are you serious?
I really don't.
Now it's a full-time job though,
It
correct?
is, yes.
All right, so you'd be doing
I'm
this
like,
like
Come
24/7.
on, boys and girls. Sorry,
That's
I'm working with this.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, boys and girls.
Now,
You want some cookies?
Cookies.
I used to be able to.
There we go.
I
Watch this. Go ahead.
so you would have an office over in
yes,
the
at the administrative building, right off the square.
right off the square. So you would like every day suit and tie.
I don't do suit and tie.
You don't do suit and tie.
No,
Oh
sir.
my god!
I do. I play it all the
Oh
time.
my god! You don't do suit and
I
tie,
have jeans and tie and button up shirt.
Casey. You
Yep.
are.
All right, listen to this. See how this
I'm
one
a rebel.
sounds.
You're a brave.
I'm like, come on, boys and girls. You want some cookies?
Wow.
I'm a Catholic priest all of a sudden.
Now, today is just early voting, correct?
Today is early voting.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Will you have any privy to those scores?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
I used to be able to.
So
What?
you'll continue to campaign,
I will
correct?
continue to campaign, yes, all the way through to the 8th
To the 8th of November, correct?
November. Yes.
All right. And then will you be on TV doing your congratulatorial?
I will not be on television,
What?
but I may come back out here on one morning and do my congratulatorial so you can give me a hard time.
Okay. So now, once you become the tax
Yes, sir.
commissioner, will you still remember us little people?
Yes, I still plan on coming in and hanging out with
Dude,
you
there's
guys.
nothing little about us. Look at how
Well, little
large
Richard.
we are.
Little Richard's a little person.
I just may have to go to
So-
the night shifts, to the morning shift.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm all about that.
I already talked to Scotty about something I'm interested in.
All right, so watch. So watch. Here we go.
my name is Casey Durham, and I'm the tax man.
My name is Casey Durham, and I'm the tax man.
So that way, that'd be his little thing anytime when you want to mess with him. Kind of like the
Lord.
trailer park money can buy,
Yeah.
rich.
Rich
And then
out
here's
there.
this one.
The best money your lot rent can buy.
Come on, boys and girls. You want some cookies?
Jeez. We'll work on that. I can come up with something better than that.
No, that's just fine.
No, really, I can come up with something better.
Shut up.
Okay, so not this Monday because we don't have any night shows this week, but next Monday.
I'm going to be on your show.
Okay,
Yes.
and how do we get in touch? There's a gentleman running for Senate. Is that correct?
Yes.
How do we go about getting in touch with him? Does somebody have a number I can call? Or does
I'm
somebody have
friends
a
on-
number?
Who
I'm
we
friends with
talking
him on
about?
Facebook.
Victor?
Victor. I'm
Oh
friends-
yeah, they're supposed to be.
friends with-
Hold on.
Come on, boys and girls.
I
You want some
have
cookies?
They're supposed to be reaching out to us to come on the show this week.
Okay, sir, could I ask you to? I know you're busy, but if you could just get in touch with him,
yes.
if you have to, just give him my number.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. And then there was a young lady approached me yesterday about being on the morning show. I'll get with her. She does like jewelry and stuff like that. And then, of course, Kimmy, she
Yep.
won the state title in her pageant. And she'll be coming on the show, the morning show, sometime around Thanksgiving.
That's right.
So we're going to be scheduling a lot more folks for the morning show. And I would love to have you
Yes,
and Vic
I'll be there.
on the night show, The World According to Mike, next week. once again, no shows this evening or this week.
I mean, we may have our Wednesday night out of Oklahoma, but this week we're doing no night shows.
Yeah.
Because truthfully, I want to get out of town. I mean, all the Just for Fun listeners, they'll get over it.
Yeah.
I love you guys, but me and my wife, dude, 3-year anniversary. She deserves, and I owe it to her to take her somewhere. So our friend Melvin Myers has a little cabin thing happening up in Helen, and we're gonna ride the bike up.
I don't even know why she lives here. You think sympathy? Yeah.
Oh, shut up, Mike. All right, love you guys. We're out.
We're out, deuces.
Everybody have a great day.
Best day of your life.
Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything we would do. See y'all later on. Early vote, you guys.